WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A school shooting prevented and a sentence pending. You have a clear radar, and it's 35 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 54 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. A transgender Indiana high school student who admitted to plotting a Valentine's Day mass shooting will be sentenced today. 18-year-old Trinity Shockley pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit murder after reaching a plea deal in Morgan County. Shockley identifies as a male and goes by Jamie or Dex. She was originally charged with multiple counts, including intimidation to commit terrorism. Maria Florinda Rios Perez de Velasquez was shot and killed in Whitestown on November 5th after going to the wrong home for a cleaning job. Her body was returned to Guatemala on Sunday, where her family received her in Guatemala City. Boone County prosecutors charged Kurt Anderson with voluntary manslaughter. There were several shootings across Indianapolis this weekend, leaving at least 2 people dead and several hurt.
These are not just numbers on paper. These are lives that are being impacted. These are families that are not going to get to spend the upcoming holidays with their loved ones.
IMPD officer Drew Brown says in one of the shootings, a man named Jeff Finkel was murdered inside of his home on the Far East Side. Cops had to call a Chinese translator because the only witness was his wife, who had recently arrived from China and doesn't speak English. Friends and family gathered Saturday to say goodbye to Delaware County Corporal Blake Reynolds. Here's Jake McDaniel.
Nearly 2 weeks ago, Reynolds was killed while helping a stranded driver on I-69. He served Delaware County for 4 years after time in the National Guard, and he was remembered as a man whose purpose was clear right from the start of his career.
Blake knew law enforcement wasn't just a profession, it was his calling. He was hardwired to protect and to serve. And he did this with courage and a heart for people.
Pastor Brian White talking to Wish TV. People showed support for Reynolds' wife, Allison, and the rest of the family. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
On Sunday in Kansas City, the Indianapolis Colts blew an 11-point lead and lost to the Kansas City Chiefs 23-20 on a walk-off field goal. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. On a Monday morning, it's 6:04.
Press 1 for balances. Press 2 for deposits. Press 3 to scream into the void.
We get it. These days, it's all phone menus and chatbots. But business banking doesn't have to be that way. Bank with Horizon and discover the power of real AI, advisor intelligence. Real people who answer calls, know your business, and go above and beyond to help you succeed. Get started today at horizonbank.com/businessai. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but Senator Jim Banks is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Senator Jim Banks at 202-224-4814 and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Yeah, looking up on the northwest side, this is Pike Township, northbound 65 at West 86th Street. It's a crash blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to West 71st Street. Moving from downtown down to the airport, looking good on westbound 70, no problems. If you're ride-sharing people from the downtown hotels out to the airport collector with Ronald Reagan Parkway to Barraplex, everything moving up to speed. I think you'll like it. Traffic sponsored by JumbaCasino.com with over 100 online casino-style games. Jumba Casino is your destination for nonstop entertainment. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions 21+. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Hey, Tony. Good morning. On this Monday, there are a few areas of fog south of Indianapolis. Not a big deal here in the metro area. It's just chilly. Today, pretty quiet, but just increasing clouds above average temperatures, a high of 55. We'll see a return of showers, very isolated this evening, and then becoming more widespread overnight, a low down to 48. Sets us up for a soggy first half of your Tuesday with showers likely through lunchtime, then just a few sprinkles here and there as we go through your Tuesday afternoon. 58 Wednesday should be dry but blustery and colder, a high of 41. Thanksgiving should be dry. That's the good news. The bad news, it's going to be cold under mostly sunny skies. Thursday's high, 34.
Yeah. One favor I asked.
Yes.
Simple one.
I know.
Man.
I mean, it's dry.
That's not a consolation.
It's not. It's going to be cold, not fun. Coldest, I think, Thanksgiving in like 12 years or something like that. So, good times.
Thanks.
For nothing, I know.
No.
Does that mean you have to get out?
No, that was right. That was accurate. That you had it.
Did I get it right? Okay. Yeah. So does that mean how much earlier do you have to get everything out on the smoker then? Because it's that cold.
I don't know how much will change. Weather changes how you do things, for sure. Depending on the kind of smoker you have. The real conversation here is wind. Wind will absolutely change things going on with your smoker. So is it windy throughout the early morning hours, 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. on Thanksgiving?
It'll be breezy. I think Wednesday is going to be the windier day.
Okay.
And it will not relax, but it'll get lighter as we go through Wednesday night into Thursday. I still think it's probably breezy, maybe around 15 miles per hour, 20 mile per hour gusts on Thanksgiving. But Wednesday's going to be the gusty day. You'll have gusts up to around 35 probably through the daytime hours. So it gets a little better, but it's still going to be it's going to be windy for sure.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. I thank you, man. Appreciate you.
You got it.
33 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:08. Anybody expected Marjorie Taylor Greene to resign, but she did. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. And as you can see, President Trump is very broken up about it.
Are you willing to forgive Congresswoman Taylor Greene?
Forgive for what? No, I just disagreed with her philosophy. She started backing perhaps the worst Republican congressman in our history, just stupid person named Massey. And I said, go your own way. And once I left her, she resigned because she would never have survived a primary. But I think she's a nice person. Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, he's chock full of tears there as he gets on Marine One. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the congresswoman from Georgia, space lasers and all, yes, she wrote it, has decided she's going to resign. Her resignation post, this 9+ minute video, which I watched all of, can't get that time back, is rambling and at times incoherent and I would argue overarchingly angry. And at one or two moments speaks about things that I think Americans would speak about. In the main, her resignation is based on something I don't quite understand. A disagreement with President Trump? Just aligning with Congressman Thomas Massey of Kentucky? Or is it all about the Epstein files? She's been someone who's been very clear these things have to be released, and now the vote is in. She was not wrong on that subject. She was wrong on a whole host of subjects, going back long before anything having to do with Israel. And I believe part of the issue here is that she was a true believer in the idea that it is an all or nothing proposition, as opposed to how do you go about getting victory after victory and build, which is the way it's done in a republic. But it's a very interesting conversation about the idea of no one could have been more loyal to Donald Trump, and now look at her. I think the lesson here is one about loyalty. No, I'm not saying she should have been more loyal to Trump. Why in the world was it ever a conversation about loyalty to a politician? Nice, polite, respectful, even when you disagree, sure. But the loyalty is to the Constitution, to the country, to your family. To Trump? No, I don't work for Trump. Trump works for me. I know how to do this. You know how to do this. You can't worry about that. And you spent your entire career making that your career. Not you, Marjorie Taylor Greene. You didn't make you, your story, your constituents, your career. You made that, your connection to Trump, your career. And don't be surprised when that blew up in your face, because that's exactly what happens. We will dig more into it. Oh, no, she won't be missed. But you might miss her vote. Tony Katz, 93, WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. Eli Lilly and Company reaches a milestone at 6:32. Join the Indiana Lawyer December 9th for the inaugural Indiana Lawyer Power Breakfast. RSVP at ibj.com/events.
Are you tired of HVAC and plumbing companies with confusing offers? Masters Heating and Cooling keeps it simple. Right now, you can get a full second opinion from one of their master comfort advisors completely free, so you can make your next HVAC decision with confidence and peace of mind. Get a free HVAC second opinion from Masters Heating and Cooling. You can also get an early bird fall tune-up for only $69. Need a new hot water heater? How about $200 off water heater installation, or $500 off tankless water heaters? Masters Heating and Cooling. Those are the ones to call for your HVAC needs or those plumbing needs. 0% financing for up to 60 months with qualified system purchase. Call Masters today. 317-207-9983. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-207-9983. Masters Heating and Cooling. 207-9983 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, the new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Bear, what are you doing?
Northbound 65, northwest side Pike Township crash. It's at West 86th Street. Backs us up past 71st. Delays not quite to the I-65, 465 interchange, but it is significant at the moment. About 8 minutes to make it through there. Checking out westbound 70 coming in from Hancock County. Good morning, Greenfield. Looking fantastic coming in from State Road 92465 on the east side. Once you hit that interchange, it's going to be about 5 minutes into the north split. Traffic sponsored by Grand Appliance. Black Friday prices are in effect now. Grand Appliance on top brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Make, Tag, and more. Visit grandappliance.com or your local showroom for details. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
Yeah, just between you and me, don't tell anybody the tickets are now on sale for Trump 1 year later, a red tie gala at the Hyatt Regency downtown Indy at WIBC.com. Don't tell anybody.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, yeah, we don't want anyone yet to know the tickets are now on sale. They just started this morning at 6 a.m. You can go to WIBC.com and click on the link, Trump 1 year later, a red tie gala. All the bourbons to try. The past food, which is going to be outrageous. I'm going to make you laugh, cry, think, fall in love, make a baby. The red carpet, everything. All of it happening January 24th. You can go to WIBC.com and get your tickets. And I just don't want anybody to know yet that they're on sale.
Well, while we're not letting anybody know that, let's not let them know that they're going to go fast.
Yeah, don't let them know how fast they're going to go.
Yeah.
Don't let them know that the VIP ticket is very, it's very small this year.
You put a lot of planning into this. I don't want you to spoil it. So
right.
You know.
Yeah, certainly don't go to WIBC.com and get your tickets right now for Trump 1 year later, a red tie gala starring me and a guest appearance by Matt Bear.
Whoa, hey. Okay.
Don't tell him.
It's going to be a great event.
Yeah. Yes, that we're not telling people about.
No, I'm not saying a word. Secret safe with me.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
33 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:17.
You probably know how high mortgage rates have been. Because of that, most homeowners are staying put, investing into and preserving the home they already have. If you've been ignoring any cracked bricks, basement floor or concrete cracks, floor and wall gaps, bowed basement walls, or cracked chimneys, you could be ignoring underlying foundation problems that will only get worse over time. Indiana Foundation Service knows these signs lead to irreversible damage that could cause a reduction in your home's value. Don't wait any longer to have Indiana Foundation Service come out and inspect the problem. The team's experts will identify your home's issue at the source and provide you with a solution that will fix the problem for good. Visit IndianaFoundation.com today to book your free inspection with a no-obligation quote included. That's IndianaFoundation.com. Indiana Foundation Service. There's a reason they are the trusted local experts.
Indiana Foundation Service. Reliability from the ground up.
This holiday season, give the gift of Indy's most iconic dining experiences. Now through December 31st, Hughes Culinary is offering a 20% bonus gift card with every gift card purchase of $125 or more. That's 20% more to give or keep for yourself.
And gift cards are available at all Hughes Culinary restaurants, St. Elmo Steakhouse, Harry and Izzy's, the HC Tavern and Kitchen, and 1933 Lounge. You can also order online at HughesCulinary.com. Make the season unforgettable with gift cards from Hughes Culinary.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Join us every Friday right around 5:50 for Beer Sample Friday.
Brought to you by Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus, home of free delivery within 75 miles of their store.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
This hour powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's full-service jewelry store.
I must admit that I have checked out the story numerous times, and I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. This story about the peace deal with Ukraine. And I said the minute I read about it, I don't know if the Ukrainians take this. Because the peace deal, as it was described, would have Ukraine giving up the entire Donbass. So this eastern region made up of Donetsk and Luhansk, they would be giving up parts of this area called Zaporizhzhia, which is impossible to spell, and I had to practice to be able to say it. And it would connect them to Crimea, and it would give them far more land that they actually have control of right now, as they have engaged in this war, this attempted hostile takeover of Ukraine they launched, 3 years ago? So there was this peace deal that was offered up. And there have been other opportunities and other discussions. And, of course, we said here that land is going to be given up. I never pictured more land than the Russians had already taken. And I said, I do not know if Ukraine takes this, although this might be a great example of you don't have the cards. Russia has more cards. We have to deal with reality. You're giving this up, and that's it. So there was this real confusion going on about where this deal comes from. And this idea that Marco Rubio had basically said that we didn't come up with this deal. What do you mean you didn't come up with this deal? This wasn't an American peace deal? No, this was the Russians' deal, and they were just floating it. And then it came to, wait, that never got said. This is absolutely a U.S. deal. It got very, very weird. And as we speak, there are peace talks going on in Geneva focusing on this plan. Some senators came out to say that this plan wasn't a U.S. plan. This was nothing more than a Russian wish list. But it made it sound like, was this what the Russians put out as a plan and people are talking about it as the plan when it's not? A rare moment for Rubio to be caught in something that is wholly messed up. Here's what I know. I don't know how the Ukrainians accept this peace plan. And I don't know how the Russians don't say, well, if they're willing to give up that, we'll take a little bit more, please. I don't have the answer there of why Russia will now all of a sudden come to the table. I want today, and I'm hoping today is elucidating, in that we get a full understanding of what this proposal is and where the Ukrainians are in accepting it. I hear you. What choice do the Ukrainians have? They're losing people. They can't afford to keep this going. And while NATO has allowed itself the opportunity to get involved, it doesn't mean that they actually want to. I mean, NATO had flexed their muscles, and Mark Rutte, the Secretary General there of NATO, wants to be all tough and be on Trump's side. But in the end, they're still Europeans. Maybe it's somebody else's problem. Maybe somebody else will come in and save us from ourselves, having to actually do the work. So maybe that has a part to play in this. I don't know. Rubio wrote on social media, the peace proposal was authored by the U.S. It is offered as a strong framework for ongoing negotiations. It is based on input from the Russian side, but it is also based on previous and ongoing input from Ukraine. So that's where the deal is at right now. The other big story, which is probably bigger, is Trump ending protections for Somali nationals living in Minnesota. Ending temporary protected status. Now, this should not just be for Minnesota. The ending of temporary protected status should happen also for Haitians, because temporary protective status is very easily seen as, especially as we saw in Haiti as we went to Springfield, Ohio, and was discovering what was going on. It's a jobs program. You give this TPS, next thing you know, all these people are working in factories. Oh, we love these factory workers so much. They'll do the jobs Americans won't do. Americans won't do these jobs. And then you're like, see, you need this. You don't need this. But what the story is, out of the Manhattan Institute, Christopher Rufo amongst the reporters, was that Somali nationals were applying for government handouts through Medicare, Medicaid fraud, taking COVID-19 funds, sending them back to Somalia, where they ended up in the hands of a group called Al-Shabaab, which is a terrorist organization. And for that, we throw you out of the country. Don't care about you, your kids, or the future you want. We're going to protect the future that Americans most rightly deserve. We don't support terrorist organizations, and that's the end of that. If you were an American citizen, we'd put you in jail for forever. But you're not, and you got to go. And the argument against that, that's an argument for America's destruction. Remember that come Election Day, November 3rd, 2026. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Northwest side, Pike Township crash. Northbound 65 at West 86th Street. Left lane block. Traffic jammed up past 71st delay time at 26 minutes. Everything else looking okay for the moment. If you're inbound 69, what's up, Fishers? Looking great today. Inbound 69, fantastic. 96 to 465. You even start off from that State Road 37 interchange. Smooth as sailing for a 5-minute travel time down to the 465 ramps. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. So trade your scrolling for strolling at Sullivan Hardware and Garden in Allisonville. Home and Garden by Sullivan. Soak in the season among holiday decor, gifts, live trees, and more. Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's Hammer and Nigel. We are out all this week. We are going to eat so much, we start looking like Chris Christie. Enjoy our amazing lineup of fill-in hosts that start at 3 o'clock today.
Giant list of reasons why I trust Window Nation. They did such an awesome job replacing the windows in the front of my house. My old, drafty, cracked windows. Came in within a day, put in some new windows, left my house cleaner than before the install. Recently ranked highest on Forbes' list of best window installation companies. So you know you can trust Window Nation for high-quality, affordable windows.
They have an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. They have got over 45,000 5-star reviews, and they've came out to my house. I trust Window Nation. You can trust Window Nation. They are the best in the business, but you need to hurry. The sale ends soon. 50% off all window styles and 0 interest financing for 5 years. Schedule a fast and free estimate right now at windownation.com. windownation.com.
Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. Trade your scrolling for strolling. Bring your family and make it part of your tradition. Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life.
Do you suffer from sore feet, back, knee, or hip pain? The Good Feet Arch Support System has helped many people find relief, like Tim.
I'm always telling my colleagues who have sore feet, this is the greatest thing. I'll even take my shoe off and show them. And I believe in the product so much. When you have something that works, you kind of want to share it with people. It worked for me, maybe it can work for you.
Or do you wake up at night with heel pain, like Crystal?
I would wake up in the middle of the night with all kinds of pain in my heels and in my arch. So I went to the Good Feet store, and ever since then, I've been pain-free. I wear them every day. I wear them when I walk, at the gym, when I work. They're great.
Get back to walking, working, and exercising, and imagine a life without pain. No shots, no surgery, no medication. You've got nothing to lose but your pain. Stop into the Good Feet store today for a free fitting and test walk. We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall or in Greenwood, just off the 65.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
If you're planning to travel this Thanksgiving, storms could slow you down. Nothing on radar like that right now. 35 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 54. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Window Nation. Here's what's trending at 6:30. Back-to-back storms in the eastern and central U.S. could complicate your Thanksgiving travel.
Heavy rain is expected to hammer Texas, Oklahoma, and the southeast through midweek. A cold front will then slide across the Midwest into the Northeast starting on Wednesday. That's forecast to bring heavy snow and rain and could cause delays and cancellations at major airports. A record nearly 82 million people are expected to travel for the holiday.
Fox's Marion Rafferty reporting the TSA expects to screen nearly 20 million people from now until Friday. President Trump doubling down on attacks against Democrats who urged the military to reject what they call unlawful orders. On Truth Social this weekend, he blasted those lawmakers, calling it sedition and saying they should be in jail right now. The Trump administration also moving ahead with dismantling the education department. They're going to move duties to places like Labor and Interior. Oklahoma Senator Mark Wayne Mullen says the current setup isn't working right now.
Where did we go wrong? We took it out of the hands of the state and local government where it began, and we tried to federalize it.
Speaking with Fox News, only Congress can abolish a department. Education leaders in Washington, California, and Maryland worry the move could create more bureaucracy. An Oklahoma City 7-Eleven worker has been fired after shooting a customer who attacked her. Police say 25-year-old Stephanie Dilliard was working alone overnight when a man tried to pay with a counterfeit bill, then threatened her and put his hands around her neck. Dilliard pulled out her personal gun and shot him. The cops say the actions were justified under Oklahoma's Stand Your Ground law, but 7-Eleven fired her for violating company policy. And Wicked for Good has soared to the top of the weekend box office. It pulled in about $150 million here in the U.S. and $226 million worldwide. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go. And at WIBC.com, traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. News that a master developer has been selected for the long-talked-about North River project in Fort Wayne is viewed as a big boost for the city's massive riverfront development efforts. Mayor Sharon Tucker says the more than $250 million in riverfront investment over the past decade is part of a bigger story that is sending a message.
So not only is it a great score for the economic investment in growing our community, it's a great score for the message of our reputation that goes out amongst the public. And because of that, we have other people that are looking to come to Fort Wayne for those very reasons.
Eli Lilly and Company has notched another milestone. It is the first healthcare company to cross the $1 trillion threshold as investors bet big on the drug maker's weight loss medicines. Shares of Lilly rose as much as 1.7% on Friday, pushing its market value to about $1 trillion. That, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. With the advance, Lilly has cemented its position as the first pharma company and the second U.S. firm outside of the tech industry to achieve the milestone. It is the latest landmark for Lilly, which catapulted into the top spot as the world's largest healthcare company by market capitalization in 2023. California-based Kratos Defense and Security Solutions says work at its $50 million Indiana payload integration facility is on schedule for completion by the end of next year. The defense technology company broke ground in March on the hypersonic testing facility, which is being built at the Westgate at Crane Technology Park in Odin. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
Central Indiana is on the move, and the next big conversation is happening in Indianapolis. Join business and community leaders at Innovate Central Indiana, a powerful morning of ideas, innovation, and insight. Join us at the Westin in downtown Indy, December 11th, all part of our Innovate Indiana series presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate. An Indiana manufacturer of specialty metalworking fluids is under new ownership. Huntington-based Fusion Chemical has been acquired by Americo Chemical Products in Elgin, Illinois, though financial terms are not being disclosed. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
Yeah, Gary, northwest side crash, northbound 65 at West 86th Street. It blocks the left lane. Traffic jam past 71st, almost to the 465 ramps in a delay time of 29 minutes. South side northbound 65 slowing down because of construction. Raymond Street into the south split. And on the east side, northbound 465 slow from East 56 up to 71st. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. So trade your scrolling for strolling at Sullivan Hardware and Garden and Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan. Soaking the season among holiday decor, gifts, live trees, and more at Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
I think we've got 33 degrees, so that's what I'll say. 33 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:36. A check on sports. Ryan Hedrick.
Tony, good morning. The Indianapolis Colts gave up an 11-point fourth quarter lead in Kansas City Sunday and lost 23-20 on a walk-off field goal by Harrison Butker.
Credit to Kansas City's defense. They did a good job, but, we got to be better. I got to be better for the guys.
Head coach Shane Steichen was asked why the team stopped giving the ball to running back Jonathan Taylor late in the game.
I'll go back and look at it, but, I think the backed up one, we ran it and lost 2 yards, got us in a second pass situation. First in, and the next one we threw it. And we dumped it down to Taylor on a screen, got us to a 3rd and 3, didn't convert there. And so, we got to be better. I got to be better.
And Taylor carried the ball 16 times for 58 yards in his first game back since rushing for a Colts record 244 yards. The Colts are 8-3. They play the Houston Texans Sunday. The Indiana Pacers are back home tonight to play the Detroit Pistons. They've lost 9 of their last 10. They're 2-14 this season. And Butler beat Virginia in college basketball 80-73 on Sunday. The Bulldogs are 5-1. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Do you remember what was happening in America? Families struggling. Billions in wasteful spending. But Senator Todd Young fought back. He voted for working family tax cuts. And Senator Young voted to crack down on waste, fraud, and abuse, saving taxpayers billions. So call Senator Todd Young at 202-224-5623 and thank him for supporting the Working Families Tax Cut. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Whether it's morning routines or weekends on the sidelines when the temperature drops, America brings the heat with Hot Hands. Hot Hands are America's favorite hand, toe, neck, and even body warmers to help you stay warm and cozy from head to toe. Hot Hands are fast-acting, they're long-lasting, and they are made right here in the USA. Look for the Hot Hands logo and the bright orange packages at your favorite store or online, and keep doing what you love out there with Hot Hands, warming up America coast to coast.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Looking for the hottest trends in jewelry this year? Come to Pierce Jewelers and see their Love to Love collection in lab-grown diamond jewelry. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
I'm sorry, that just lulled me into a nice little slumber there. What was that? I don't know what's going on here.
Babe by Styx.
Oh, okay. I didn't know Styx was allowed. I'm not anti-Styx. I just didn't know what was happening with the music. I don't know if you could play this on a Monday morning. Is this like wake-up music, or is this, man, I wish I was still asleep music? You tell me. Let producer Carl know. Carl Showbiz on the Twitter X. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be here. Great to be with you. Yes, lousy work from the Colts yesterday. And I absolutely put it on Shane Steichen. I will discuss that with JMV, the voice of sports in Indiana, at 7:06. You're going to want to tune in for that. Punch and Pie will be provided. It was a story about how Gen Z wants cushy jobs. I was discussing this with my oldest, who is Gen Z, who explained in what generation hasn't the younger generation wanted something better? This seems like standard stuff, Dad, if you've ever read a book. And I said, I don't appreciate your snarkiness. That's what I said. It wasn't wrong. There's always a younger generation. No, it should be like this. No, it should be like that. The constant taking a look at what millennials have done, what Gen Z is doing, and saying, oh, I can't believe it, I don't think it's too helpful. And I will say that on this show, I have been mostly laudatory of Gen Z. I think they are not interested in the nonsense that came before them. They seem to be much more focused on the idea of what it will take to build a future. And the ones I've worked with, it's been a very pleasant experience. But I think we should be aware that this is also a generation, the first one rationally, that could say it's going to be tougher for them. Not that other generations haven't had it tough, but on the very concept of aspirational, not easy, problematic. And they're viewing it as problematic. So how do you weed out the fact from the fiction? How do you engage with your Gen Zer, no matter whether they're kid, grandkid, niece, nephew, etc., friend, and work through some of this, what is real and what isn't? To just dismiss is to be silly. To recognize issue and to help better define it, that has value. Who doesn't want a cushy job? The demand of a cushy job when you're 24 and just out of college, yeah, that's pretty silly. Go create your own, is what I would say. But as for the issues, that's worthy discussion. We'll break more of it down. We're going to get into this in 2026. We don't have an option. Elections are coming up and reality is hitting us in the face. We should do something about that. We should be honest about what the problem is and how we go about solving it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Black Friday deals happening at Andy Moore Ford all month long. And wait, is it this week? It's this week. You can walk in. Here's what you do. You go to Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield. This is where they've got the cars, the trucks, the SUVs, the electric vehicles, the fleet vehicles, all there. Andy Moore Ford. You want a Super Duty? They've got, 175 Super Duty trucks on the lot. It's the biggest Super Duty inventory in the state of Indiana. It is massive. And if you want the deals, they're all there. But if you want the real deals, you walk in. You walk into Andy Moore Ford and you say, I heard about the Fantastic Ford Black Friday on Tony Katz. I heard about the Fantastic Ford Black Friday on Tony Katz. Or you can just walk in and just scream my name. That might be helpful. I don't know. You can get $2,000 off your best deal. You make the deal. You say the words, you get another $2,000 off. Or you could take 20% off your service bill. And the service at Andy Moore Ford is spectacular. Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. Save over $13,000 on a new Ford F-150. You can lease a new Ford Escape or Bronco Sport for just $339 a month. Talk to Andy Moore Ford today. And don't forget, I heard about the Fantastic Ford Black Friday on Tony Katz, 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield, or online at Andy Moore Ford. That's Andy Moore, M-O-H-R, AndyMooreFord.com.
This Black Friday, skip the lines and hit the gas. Now through December 13th, Financial Center is offering auto loan rates as low as 4.99% APR for up to 66 months, whether you're buying new or refinancing. Plus, enjoy no payments for 90 days, giving you room to breathe this holiday season. Start now at fcfcu.com/auto. That's fcfcu.com/auto. Subject to underwriting guidelines. See website for terms and conditions.
Traffic on the fives. Matthew Bear, what are you doing?
Yeah, Tony, I'm looking at this right now. It's on the northeast side, northbound 465 at East 71st. Right lane blocked because of a crash with traffic. Stop and go now back to East 56th Street. On the northwest side, man, crash cleanup continues northbound 65 at West 86th Street. Left lane is blocked and traffic jammed back to I-65. This is a delay time of 31 minutes. Northbound 65 slows into the south split from Raymond. That is construction. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. So trade your scrolling for strolling at Sullivan Hardware and Garden in Allisonville. Home and Garden by Sullivan. Soak in the season among holiday decor, gifts, live trees, and more at Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
33 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
What if you could have reliable and intelligent Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. and that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger. But your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply.
Christmas cheer is in short supply for our neighbors who are hungry, homeless, hurting. Today you can give them meals, shelter, and care with a gift to Wheeler Mission. You'll also provide addiction recovery, life skills, job training, and other vital care that transforms lives. Your gift is needed right now as hundreds of hurting people are turning to Wheeler Mission for help every day. Share Christmas cheer. Donate now at wheelermission.org. That's wheelermission.org.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Head online to the contest page at WIBC.com and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra Thursday, December 4th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
To Stephen Nelson. He asked about your comment calling the president a fascist, and your answer was, "Both President Trump and I have been clear about our positions and our views." Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
They're not buddies. But the meeting was weird and perfectly Trump. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. There's President Trump sitting at his desk in the Oval Office. There's Zohran Mamdani, the communist Islamist mayor-elect of New York, standing next to him. The press asking Mamdani, so the guy next to you, do you still think he's a fascist? And Mamdani goes to explain, and Trump just pats him on the arms like, don't even bother. Yeah, just say yes. Why are you explaining to these people? Gives them a pat on the back. Hey, buddy. Hey, pal. Hey, guy. Hey, chum. Hey, fella. Weird. Completely. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Good to be here live streaming on YouTube. YouTube.com/WIBC. They're not friends. They're not chummy. There is no future relationship. How many more times are we going to have to see something like this?
Well, thank you very much. We've just had a great meeting, a really good, very productive meeting. We have one thing in common. We want this city of ours that we love to do very well. And I wanted to congratulate the mayor. He really ran an incredible race against, a lot of smart people, starting with the early primaries against some very tough people, very smart people. And he beat him, and he beat him easily. And I congratulated him. And we talked about some things in very strong common, like housing and getting housing built, and food and prices, and the price of oil is coming way down. Anything I do is going to be good for New York. If I can get prices down, it's good for New York. And we've got them down, way down from last year. We have As you know, I've been saying to a lot of people, Walmart said that Thanksgiving this year is exactly 25% less than last year. So that's good for New York, good for everybody. But I just want to congratulate. I think you're going to have hopefully a really great mayor. The better he does, the happier I am, I will say. There's no difference in party. There's no difference in anything. And we're going to be helping him to make everybody's dream come true, having a strong and very safe New York. And congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President. And then shakes his hand.
Please.
And you're like, I don't know what's going on here. Because your press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, said the communist is coming to the White House. I'm old enough to know, and so are you, that this is just one of those meetings and exactly how Trump does it. If we can find a place to work together, great. But if we can't, I'm going to hit you over the head. Nothing's changed. Do you think anything's changed about Mamdani? What does this meeting mean? What do you mean, what does this meeting mean? There's no love affair between these two. It was a nice little show. But don't confuse it for unity. Don't confuse it for something that is a great sea change in America. That's just not reality. Nothing has changed. Mamdani thinks he's running an international city based on international law. Mamdani still wants to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. Best of luck with that. Mamdani still wants to have city-run supermarkets. We know that doesn't work. He is dumb enough to believe in rent control. They got rid of rent control in Argentina, and the prices of all housing went down. Rent control doesn't help anything. It's a lie. It's a lie. It is people who have never once read a book on economics and don't have any honesty in them at all. He still wants to defund the police. He still can take a look at a synagogue under attack and say, well, they probably just deserved it. Nothing's changed. We want New York to do very well. If New York wanted to do very well, New York would vote better. Funny, that's exactly the same story about Indianapolis. If you want to do better, you have to vote better. But you don't vote better. You can do better. You have to change the way you vote. So that was the meeting. It was funny to watch. We're now back to reality. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's going on, Matthew?
Yeah, Tony, Pike Township, northbound 65 at West 86th Street. Crash blocking the left lane and traffic jam back to 465. Delay is at 52 minutes, just under an hour right now. East side, northbound 465 crash at East 71st Street, blocking the right lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to Penn Pike. Northbound 65 slows down Raymond Street into the south split because of construction. And now we have a slowdown on the north side, westbound 465 going into 865. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. So trade your scrolling for strolling. Is Sullivan Hardware and Garden at Allisonville. Home and Garden by Sullivan. Soak in the season among holiday decor, gifts, live trees, and more. Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life. I'm Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Picture this. You're on a date. The conversation's flowing, the food is amazing, and then bad breath happens. And suddenly you're leaning back instead of leaning in. Your confidence gone. Or maybe it's a big meeting. You've got the pitch nailed. The deal is perfect. Coffee breath is doing all the talking, not the impression you want to leave behind. Gum and mints, most are just bad breath Band-Aids and fade fast, which is why you need to try Zellman's Minty Mouth, the functional breath freshener you swallow. Zellman's tiny dual-action capsules are coated with a powerful, delicious mint filled with parsley seed oil, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders like garlic, onions, and it even takes down coffee breath for fresh, confident breath anytime you need to get close. Zellman's is only available online. Go to Zellmans.com, Zelmins, Zellmans.com. Use the code FRESH for 15% off your first order. Zellmans.com, code FRESH for 15% off.
Do you remember what was happening in America? Families struggling, billions in wasteful spending. But Senator Todd Young fought back. He voted for working family tax cuts, and Senator Young voted to crack down on waste, fraud, and abuse, saving taxpayers billions. So call Senator Todd Young at 202-224-5623 and thank him for supporting the Working Families Tax Cut. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Hi, I'm Scott Wilson from Wilson Farm Market. This holiday season, we've got everything you need to make your celebrations easy and delicious. From our wide selection of jams, jellies, and sauces to fresh produce, holiday cookies, fresh bread, and ham pies, we've got all the flavors of the season. Plus, don't forget school pizzas, chicken pot pies, and our selection of frozen meats perfect for your holiday feasts. Stop by Wilson Farm Market and let us help you make your holidays fresh, local, and full of cheer. From my family to yours, happy holidays.
Coming up in 2 minutes, what Hoosiers are doing to honor a cleaning woman who was killed in Whitestown, what Indy Metro Police are saying about several shootings this weekend, what friends and family had to say at a funeral for a fallen cop, and what the Colts said after yesterday's game. After Fox News from the Technology Recycler Studios, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It's 7 o'clock.
Something good just may be happening. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Trump posted that on Truth Social a short time ago after writing, "Is it really possible that big progress is being made in peace talks between Russia and Ukraine? Don't believe it until you see it." Secretary of State Marco Rubio was part of the negotiations.
I feel very optimistic that we can get something done here because we made a tremendous amount of progress today.
Rubio says the talks with Ukrainian officials in Geneva over the weekend was perhaps the most productive engagement they've ever had on the Ukraine war. He's not declaring victory just yet, but says they're further along than they were. Rubio did not get into what they discussed yesterday. Critics, though, have warned against giving in to Russian demands like handing the Kremlin Ukraine's territory in the eastern Donbass region and ruling out NATO membership for Ukraine.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Israel's gone on the attack in Lebanon with strikes near Beirut that Lebanese officials say killed at least 5 people, among them Hezbollah's chief of staff, after weekend airstrikes in Gaza that left 20 people dead there. Israel calls it retaliation for a Hamas attack, fraying a ceasefire that had stopped the war. In Nigeria, 50 students who were kidnapped Friday got away from their captors.
Parents rushed to St. Mary's School when news broke of the escape in the hope of being reunited with their kids. The student students were among more than 300 abducted from the Catholic school in Nigeria's Niger state. Some were as young as 6 years old. 12 teachers were also taken hostage. This is the worst mass kidnapping in a recent spate that has forced schools in parts of Nigeria to close.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Ahead of Thanksgiving, some are already traveling.
And a lot of people could see some kind of weather this week. We've got about 2/3 of the country expected to see something, whether it be snow or rain.
Fox Weather's Katie Byrne at Dallas's airport.
According to AAA, nearly 82 million people are expected to travel for the Thanksgiving holiday, which is a record high. And Tuesday is supposed to be the busiest day at the airports.
America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What Hoosiers are doing to honor a cleaning woman who was killed. You have a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's crisp and cool. 35 degrees right now at Monument Circle. We're going up to 54. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. Boone County prosecutors have charged Kurt Anderson with voluntary manslaughter after the death of Maria Florinda Rios Perez. Anderson appeared in court on Friday. The 32-year-old Rios Perez was shot and killed in Whitestown on November 5th after she mistakenly went to the wrong home for a cleaning job. On Sunday, her body was flown back to Guatemala, where her family received her in Guatemala City. Wish TV's Tim Spears reports on a Sunday event that celebrated Rios Perez and helped her family raise money.
The Alliance for Latino Migrant Advocacy hosted a fundraiser and memorial to celebrate Perez's life and collect donations to help her husband and 4 children, including diapers, baby wipes, and clothes. Organizers hope the event can bring together the community and offer some sense of healing.
Every single person here is donating their time, but also showing how much heart we have. And we're going to see this through until there's justice and forward.
Online fundraisers are currently underway for her as well. A transgender Indiana high school student who admitted to plotting a Valentine's Day mass shooting will be sentenced today. 18-year-old Trinity Shockley pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit murder after reaching a plea in Morgan County. Shockley, who identifies as a male and goes by Jamie or Dex, was originally charged with multiple counts, including intimidation to commit terrorism. There were several shootings across the capital city this weekend, leaving at least 2 people dead and several others hurt.
We had individuals pull the trigger on somebody else, and a life was lost. We speak about this time and time again. And these are not the scenes that we want to keep responding to.
IMPD officer Drew Brown says in one of the shootings, a man named Jeff Finkel was murdered inside of his home on the Far East Side. That happened Saturday. Cops had to call a Chinese translator because the only witness was his wife, who had recently arrived from China and didn't speak English. A funeral held for a Delaware County corporal named Blake Reynolds in Muncie Saturday. Here's Jake McDaniel.
His wife, Allison, spoke to Wish TV about how Blake felt about wearing the uniform and how he never did it for recognition.
He was proud to serve Delaware County, proud to wear that uniform beside his brothers and sisters, and proud to bring light into the dark corners of the night shift.
Allison shared her faith and forgave the truck driver who hit and killed Blake on November 12th. People paid their respects to the Delaware County Sheriff's Office after the funeral. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Indianapolis Colts had the Kansas City Chiefs right where they wanted them, and then they blew an 11-point fourth quarter lead and lost the game on a walk-off field goal Sunday, 23-20.
Didn't execute in some key situations. Got to do a better job, I think, overall in our execution, and certainly I have to do a better job in handling all that stuff. So.
And that's quarterback Daniel Jones. The Colts play the Houston Texans at home Sunday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at the northwest side crash, northbound 65 at West 86th Street. It blocks the left lane and jams up traffic back to 465 delay time at 27 minutes. And because of that crash on northbound 65, westbound 465 on the north side is stop and go Michigan Road over to 865 as people try to reroute around that I-65 delay. Northeast side Crash northbound 465 at East 71st. It blocks the right lane. Jams up traffic past Penn Pike for an 11-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. It's both Black Friday and Happy Honda Days all November at Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Stop in for zero down leases, special pricing, and more all month long. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. We've got a little bit of patchy fog out there for you across most locations. Doesn't look too bad in the metro area, but farther south we are seeing some reduced visibility. Clouds will increase through the day today. Not a bad day. It's going to be mild with highs around 55. Rain arrives later tonight. We'll look for scattered showers overnight. It will be mild near 48. And a soggy Tuesday. We'll start off with some rain possible and then on and off showers throughout the day. High temperatures will be in the mid and upper 50s. And then some cooler air moves in. On Wednesday, highs only in the lower 40s, mostly cloudy. And boy, it's going to be blustery too with winds picking up. Could see wind chill values on Wednesday only in the 20s.
I'm not going to ask you about Thanksgiving. Not going to do it?
Oh, yeah. Nope, don't do it.
Yeah. That's
right. Don't do it. Yeah.
Tara Hastings, by the way, did you get that, Carl? Did you get the don't
Yes,
do
I
it?
got
That's
it.
good. That's next. Oh, that's going
Serious,
in.
you guys.
Oh, yeah. It's a good day, Tara Hastings. Thanks for that.
Anytime.
Don't act like you're angry with me. What is this? My gosh.
Do you just have like a button or something that you just, are you guys recording the whole thing and then anytime you didn't just go in there and isolate it or what? Do I have a folder?
It's called Terra AI.
Right.
Terra A.
Yeah, but we just call it Tara. That's what we call it.
Oh, there you go.
We do record the show because we have something called a podcast. And secondly, us, like the federal government, we're recording everything.
Oh.
Right?
Right.
You know when you're talking about something and then you go on Facebook and you see an ad for that thing?
Yes.
Carl's the guy who serves the ads.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Carl.
Oh, yeah. Carl's all up in your business.
Oh, great.
Don't forget the Conspiracy Carl podcast. Wherever it is you get your podcasts, it is there, and it is a treat. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. We'll talk more about it in a bit. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, I thank you so very much. Right now it's 32 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:09. The Colts lose to the Chiefs in overtime, 23-20, and I want to say it's Shane Steichen's fault. I'd say it directly to him, as if he needs me to be the one to tell him. Very bad play calling. I'd love to put it on Daniel Jones. I'm not doing that. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Yes, there was a run there in the fourth quarter where they could not catch a pass. I don't put that on Daniel Jones for not being able to throw the pass. What happened to the run game? Jonathan Taylor, only 58 yards in the game. There's a story here. JMV joins us. He's the voice of sports in Indiana on 93.5, 107.5 The Fan. Every Monday through Friday, starting at 3 p.m. And you look at this game. I texted you. I put all this on Shane Steichen. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, I think you're right there. And a lot of things I think happened yesterday, too. By the way, LD Smith Plumbing brings us to you this morning, 317-927-7186. Tony, for the best in plumbing. No, you're on target with that. And there are a lot of things going into Friday that we were talking about. And one was the national narrative that, hey, look, this team is not as good as the 8-2 would represent. And, you know, it's kind of a referendum on them. And we thought, yeah, you know what, they're legit, but the rest of the world still hasn't seen it. Well, you know what, those questions still are there. And then also the capability of Shane Steichen taking them where they need to go has also been in question, and that is still there as well. It was so weird yesterday, Tony, because you're right in saying this. This season when they've had success, they've thrown the football, and then they've used Jonathan Taylor as a significant closer. And in those circumstances yesterday where they really, truly needed to get, or I should say in this case, to stay on the field and keep their defense off the field, they were unable to utilize Jonathan Taylor, a guy to that point yesterday that was right there as far as the MVP was concerned. It is mind-blowing. Kansas City is still legit. Don't get me wrong, Tony, but it was mind-blowing how they utilized that fourth quarter, and the futility that they represented offensively cannot happen against a good team, especially in a good team's building.
Yeah, so remember, the Colts are 8-3. They still have lots of upside, and the playoffs look, of course, absolutely possible. I don't want to give it the Kavorka, the bad juju, what have you. The Jaguars, I believe the Titans won, or the Texans won, so it makes things tougher in the division. As always, you want to have more separation. But really, this is a question of when the moment comes, can this team rise up to it? Let's go back to the play of Daniel Jones. He was, at one moment, 15 of 18, and I know the television commentators were noting, look at all the plays the Chiefs had, look at all the plays that the Colts didn't have. They were much more efficient. They got things done quicker. Boom, it was done. It took the Chiefs longer to move down the field. They had more plays. That part doesn't bother me. But as you look at Daniel Jones in that last quarter, where there were like 10-plus incompletions, did you see any of that as on him, or did you see it as on receivers? Did you see it as on play calling?
Here's what I saw. I saw if you're Steve Spagnuolo, which he did, every time you blitz Daniel Jones needed a diaper. That's what I thought. And that's problematic, Tony. That part is problematic. There's a Daniel Jones that is calm, cool, collected, and comfortable when everything's in control, just like his head coach. And then there's the Daniel Jones when things are going haywire and they're bringing the house around you and the decision-making isn't there. The execution isn't there. Tony, it is just different. And that's something that they're going to have to figure out, because when you saw it, it wasn't until the fourth quarter when every single play there was a blitz and the Colts and Daniel Jones and Shane Steichen couldn't handle it. So I think that's the overall storyline, much more than anything else right here. You know, we're living in the moment of this team still being right there and having a good season, but still those are three major factors that, simply put, you cannot win at an elite level if you don't execute better in all three facets.
That's a very, very rough and tumble argument, that this team can't handle the blitz. The offensive line can't handle the blitz. Shane Steichen can't figure out how to create a format. The offensive coordinator can't come up with some type of scheme to handle the blitz. There's nobody they can leave inside, no running back they can leave to engage picking up one of those blocks. I mean, you're saying that, okay, this is how you beat the Colts, and now the Colts will never win again. That's the kind of arguments being made.
No, I don't mean that at all. I'm talking about an elite-level team that was like Kansas City that has a must-win situation. And you got to keep in mind, Tony, their schedule is tougher, much tougher. And as you mentioned, they still have 2 games with teams right now in their rearview mirror within a division they haven't won since 2014. I'm not talking about just in these particular moments. I'm talking about what we have seen out of those 3 particular people, or I should say in this case, a team, a coach, and a quarterback. That doesn't mean that's who you're going to be, but I thought yesterday magnified who they've been in the past, and that's what they're trying to shed right now. And I thought they had a great opportunity up 11 in the fourth quarter to do that yesterday, and they simply put couldn't. So that's just the major level of disappointment Colts fans are going to have today, and are going to feel that way until further notice, especially with the schedule and how much tougher it is.
JMV, the voice of sports in Indiana. Catch him over there, 93.5, 107.5, The Fan, at 3 p.m. JMV, thank you. We go to traffic, and tickets are on sale right now. Trump, 1 year later, a red tie gala. Go to WIBC.com. Tickets are on sale January 24th. The Hyatt Regency, downtown Indianapolis. I will be there. You are in for an incredible night of food, of bourbon, of laughs, a review of the whole year like you have never seen before. The in-depth I am going is nuts. Trump, 1 year later. Get your tickets right now at WIBC.com. The perfect Christmas gift. Trump, 1 year later, a red tie gala You go to WIBC.com and get your tickets right now. Matt Bear has traffic.
Yeah, Tony, northwest side, crash cleared. Northbound 65 at 86. We're still jammed up from the 465 ramps and a little before that on northbound up to and past 71st Street. But the front of the line has cleared out nicely. You'll be on your way here before too long. Northeast side, crash clear. Northbound 465 at East 71st. Still stop and go before Penn Pike up to East 56. And on the north side, westbound 465, still stop and go traffic before Michigan Road over to 865 as people reroute around that earlier crash and delay on northbound 65. Traffic sponsored by Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Get your home ready for colder temps and holidays. Benjamin Franklin of Indianapolis is here to help. Everything from plumbing inspections, water heaters, and more. Book now at BenjaminFranklinPlumbingIndy.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 32 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
Picture this. Your career ends, your paycheck stops. Suddenly you're conducting your retirement with no sheet music. Don't let that happen. I'm Jason Hutchins, and after years of guiding Hoosier families through retirement planning, I put together some of the most important lessons into one simple, easy-to-read book, Orchestrate Your Retirement, a guide to composing a financially tuned plan. Get a copy mailed to you at no cost. Call 317-660-0929. That's 317-660-0929. This book is packed with real-world stories and strategies on income, Social Security, taxes, and how to protect what you've worked so hard to build. Call Guardian Willis Financial at 317-660-0929. That's 660-0929 and ask for your copy. No pressure, no strings attached. Supplies are limited, so when they're gone, they're gone. Orchestrate your retirement. The rhythm of your future starts here.
Investment advisory services offered through Creative One Wealth LLC, a registered investment advisor. Guardian Wealth Financial is not affiliated with Creative One Wealth or with any government agency. Licensed insurance professionals.
Hey, Black Friday's come early to Tom Roush Lincoln with our 999 deal. $9,000 off a new Lincoln Corsair, $9,000 off a new Lincoln Nautilus, or $9,000 off a new Lincoln Aviator. Your choice of any of these great luxury cars, $9,000 off. So get those Black Friday deals all month long at Tom Roush Lincoln.
Corsair stock number L25277, MSRP 5220. Nautilus stock number L25270, MSRP 57235. Aviator stock number L25246, MSRP 65165. See dealer for complete offer details.
JMV here. Temps are dropping, and that means your water heater, softeners, and even those old pipes are under stress. LD Smith Plumbing can handle it all. Even gas line inspections before you fire up that furnace or fireplace. And don't forget your hoses, hose bibs, and crawl space vents before the freeze hits. Call my friends at LD Smith Plumbing online, ldsmithplumbing.com.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
This hour powered by Pierce Jewelers, designers of fine jewelry.
Getting ready for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. Your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement, especially as you're getting ready to host people for the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all the good things. And you're like, yeah, we don't have the space. That's not true. You don't have the properly designed space, or the space is outdated. It's not working for you. This is about layout. This is about function. Form follows function. You've heard that before. Booher understands this, and they can help you get the most out of your space. It's not that you have to move. It's you have to rethink where you live, and Booher helps you do that. If you can't stand that kitchen any longer. The older countertops, the cabinets, the doors are falling off, the lack of space, you can change it all with Boer. Boer Remodeling helps you with their 5-step design process. From that initial consultation, which is free, by the way, you can learn how you can make that kitchen work for you, work for your family, work for the holidays, lay out all the food, have a place for the drinks, and you got a nice flow going on. Boer makes it happen. Talk to Boer Remodeling. They deliver quality work on time with a service-oriented attitude. They're good people. Good people who I trust in my home. You will as well. And they stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. Boer. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Boer Remodeling. 852-5546 or online at Boer. Booher. BoerRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. The story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is so much more. We said right here that video put out by the Democrats talking about President Trump, saying to the military, hey, you don't have to follow illegal orders. I mean, it was what it was. It was trying to usurp the president of the United States. It was putting into the heads of military members, this commander-in-chief should not be listened to. It was disgusting. And there are people who are still defending it. What's so wrong about letting the military know about their rights? That's not what happened. And people saying that on social media or anywhere else are liars. They're liars. They're frauds. And they don't matter. What matters is what you understand. And you could argue, well, there's not anything specifically illegal about it, although there's a question there. But rather, we know what you're trying to say. And this is the part where it gets so duplicitous and so ugly. These Democrats, want us to believe that they weren't saying that Donald Trump is engaged in illegal orders. They want us to believe this. And they all took to the Sunday shows, and to our surprise, whether it's Martha Raddatz or over there at CBS, they were all very, very rough and tumble. What illegal acts are you suspecting the president of ordering the military to engage in?
What illegal orders are you urging troops to refuse, and what do you hope they take away from your message?
Alex, we love this country. We love our Constitution. It is our job as lawmakers, and especially in this moment, to be clear morally, to be clear legally, and simply and clearly stating what the law says, what the Uniform Code of Military Justice says. It's not a crime. It is not treason. It is not sedition. It is our job. And I think it's really important that we do our jobs in this moment.
I think it's important that we elect people that don't sound like they're 9-year-olds. My God. I'm not just talking about her voice. There's not much you can do about your voice. But that presentation, is that the sound of somebody who's strong in their convictions? By the way, she is the wife of Jake Sullivan. You remember that name because he was the former national security advisor under Joe Biden. Talk about people who understand illegal orders. Oh, I'm sorry. Joe Biden gave all those orders? Sure he did. Sure he did. Like he was competent and in charge in that last year of his presidency. Oh, whatever you say. She served as an intelligence officer in the U.S. Navy Reserve. Uninspiring is this great nonsense that she just spewed. How about Jason Crow?
Let's get to the content of what you had in that video. You
Democrat, by the way, Congressman.
Released, because there are also 15 House Republicans who are also veterans who released a video, including a retired 3-star Marine Corps General, Jack Bergman. Take a listen to this.
Troops, listen up. Any service member who refuses a lawful order is subject to court-martial for violating the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
We study what's lawful and what's not lawful, and the Democrats' stunt insinuating that they're illegal or unconstitutional orders, it's downright dangerous.
It is corrosive. It is meant to weaken our country and weaken the military.
How do you respond to these allegations from your colleagues, fellow veterans, that what you have put out there is weakening and corrosive to the military?
Well, these unfortunately are some of Trump's core supporters that are...
Oh, stop it. You did what you did. Oh, it's about Trump. No, turns out it's about the movies, says Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
It is very clear that no one should follow an illegal order, but it's very murky when you look at what is an illegal order. And if you go into morally, ethically, that's a pretty tough thing to look at and say, how do I navigate this?
Look, if you're going back to Nuremberg, right, that, well, they told me to do it, that's why I murdered people, is not an excuse. If you look at popular culture, there's you watch, A Few Good Men, we have plenty of examples since World War II in Vietnam where people were told to follow illegal orders, and they did it, and they were prosecuted for it.
So Trump never put forth an illegal order, and your proof of he could do it is Jack Nicholson. You are a fool, Senator Slotkin. I don't care if you can handle the truth. Matt Barra's got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
Crash is cleared, and we look at northbound 65 on the northwest side. Crash cleared at West 86th Street. Still jammed up through the interchange of 65, 465. And those northbound lanes of 465 are slow from the interchange back to West 38th Street. Crash clear on the northeast side. Northbound 465 at East 71st. Stop and go 70 up to Penn Pike. Now a crash on the south side. Eastbound 465 post I-65 interchange, and that's a crash blocking the left lane, stopping traffic through the interchange. Northbound 65, stop and go from Keystone Avenue up to the south split. That's construction. North side, westbound 465, stop and go after 31 over to 865. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. So trade your scrolling for strolling at Sullivan Hardware and Garden and at Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan. Soak in the season among holiday decor, gifts, live trees, and more at Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's Hammer and Nigel. We are out all this week. We are going to eat so much, we start looking like Chris Christie. Enjoy our amazing lineup of fill-in hosts that start at 3 o'clock today.
This holiday season, give the gift of Indy's most iconic dining experiences. Now through December 31st, Hughes Culinary is offering a 20% bonus gift card with every gift card purchase of $125 or more. That's 20% more to give or keep for yourself.
And gift cards are available at all Hughes Culinary restaurants, St. Elmo Steakhouse, Harry and Izzy's, the HC Tavern and Kitchen, and 1933 Lounge. You can also order online at HughesCulinary.com. Make the season unforgettable with gift cards from Hughes Culinary.
Do you remember what was happening in America? Families struggling, billions in wasteful spending. But Senator Todd Young fought back. He voted for working family tax cuts, and Senator Young voted to crack down on waste, fraud, and abuse, saving taxpayers billions. So call Senator Todd Young at 202-224-5623 and thank him for supporting the Working Families Tax Cut, paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Imagine being the wizard of your own home. With Xfinity, intelligent self-healing Wi-Fi fixes problems like magic. It boostifies speeds to your devices when you need it most and makes your favorite Wicked content sparklify on every screen. All while a spell of protection helps keep your family safe online. When you're out in Oz, Xfinity Mobile joins Wi-Fi and 5G to keep your phone connected from here to the Emerald City. If you had the most intelligent Wi-Fi from Xfinity, everything would work together for good. And now you can cast a spell to stop time and keep your internet bill steady for 5 whole years. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No contracts or commitments with amazifying equipment included. Xfinity, imagine that. And see Wicked for good, only in theaters November 21st. Restrictions apply. Select plans only. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet.
Do you remember what was happening in America? Families struggling, billions in wasteful spending. But Senator Todd Young fought back. He voted for working family tax cuts, and Senator Young voted to crack down on waste, fraud, and abuse, saving taxpayers billions. So call Senator Todd Young at 202-224-5623 and thank him for supporting the Working Families Tax Cut, paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What's in store for your holiday travel? You've got a clear radar, 35 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 54. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Michaelis Corporation. Here's what's trending at 7:31.
Right now, we're currently looking at about maybe a quarter to a half an inch of rain on average, kind of like a fairly light to moderate event.
That's forecaster Matt Eckhoff describing the rain that will fall Tuesday morning during your commute, giving way to dry weather for the rest of the week. He says cooler temperatures arrive just in time for Thanksgiving, with highs only around 32. A police chase started in Johnson County and ended with a 17-year-old boy crashing into a home this morning.
In the 6800 block of South Meridian Street, running into the garage. When deputies were searching the vehicle or doing their tow inventory, they located a weapon in that vehicle.
Johnson County Sheriff Dwayne Burgess.
That weapon's a pretty good-sized caliber bullet. And it's just troubling to have a 17-year-old kid that's got that weapon.
And Burgess says the teenage boy is getting checked out right now medically before being booked into jail later this morning. Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups is expected to plead not guilty this morning at his federal arraignment in Brooklyn, New York.
Chauncey Billups was arrested last month among 31 people charged in connection with illegal gambling operations linked to pro sports. He's charged with money laundering and wire fraud conspiracy, accused of using his celebrity to help draw players into rigged, high-stakes poker games backed by the mafia. Prosecutors say the games were rigged using technology, including hidden cameras and x-ray equipment, and Billups got a cut of the winnings. He was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame last year for his NBA playing career. He's on unpaid leave as Trailblazers head coach. His attorney said when charges were announced, Chauncey Billups would not jeopardize his legacy, reputation, and freedom for anything, let alone a card game.
That's Fox's Chris Foster reporting. President Trump is maintaining his criticism for Democratic lawmakers that said that military members were ignoring unlawful orders in a pair of Truth Social posts this weekend. Trump said those lawmakers should be in jail right now. The holiday season getting underway at the White House later on today. First Lady Melania Trump will take delivery of the Blue Room Christmas tree picked up this year from Michigan. And one lucky Hoosier matched all 5 numbers in Thursday night's Cash 5 jackpot drawing.
That drawing was worth $341,000. I'm Jake McDaniel. The Hoosier Lottery said Friday that the winning ticket was purchased at a food mart on a state road in Lapel. Those winning numbers were 7, 22, 32, 39, and 41. Jake McDaniel, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
At 7:34, it's time for sports on WIBC. Sunday in Kansas City.
Snap, placement, kick is up, and it is good for the Chiefs. And they win in walk-off fashion in overtime.
Matt Taylor with the call of the Harrison Butker walk-off field goal on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network, lifting the Kansas City Chiefs to a 23-20 win over the Colts, who gave up an 11-point fourth quarter lead.
Yeah, you got to be on it. And personally, I think you got to be accurate. Like we talked about, they're bringing pressure and trying to heat you up.
Colts quarterback Daniel Jones throwing for 181 yards, 2 touchdowns. Indianapolis plays host to the Houston Texans Sunday. College basketball last night, Butler beat Virginia 80-73 thanks to 25 points from Finley Bizjack. The Bulldogs are 5-1. 5-0 IU takes on Kansas State tomorrow. Number 1 Purdue back at it against Eastern Illinois on Friday. Later that night, number 2 IU wraps up their regular season in West Lafayette against Purdue in the Old Oaken Bucket game. And the Indiana Pacers back at work tonight at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, taking on the Detroit Pistons. Indy is 2-14. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. What are you watching for us, Matt Bear?
Yeah, Ryan, looking at the south side, it is a stall on eastbound 465 after I-65. A stall blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic past those I-65 ramps at interchange there. Northbound 65 south side stop and go from Keystone into the south split because of construction. Junction. Northwest side, northbound 465 slows after 79, 2865, and those westbound lanes are tight from 31 Meridian past Michigan Road. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. So trade your scrolling for strolling at Sullivan Hardware and Garden in Allisonville. Home and Garden by Sullivan. Soak in the season among holiday decor, gifts, lime trees, and more at Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
I was at Sullivan's yesterday. I had to pick something up there on Keystone, and the only thing I saw was exactly how rich Pat Sullivan really is.
Oh, okay. But like with the Christmassy type of giving feel, right?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Sure. We could say that. What I saw was all the people saying, I need a new grill in their new grill palace. And I'm like, my God, this man is a genius. Genius!
When I go to Sullivan's, I just see single moms.
Turn off the music. Turn off the music.
I'm lying. They're not single.
What? That didn't make it better.
They all have. Never mind. All right.
Do me a favor, Carl. Clip that. I'm telling you right now, if Pat Sullivan doesn't run that in an ad, when I go to Sullivan Hardware and Garden, all I see are single moms.
Single mom. 'Tis the season, baby.
Now. That's. You know what? We'll make the ad, Pat. Don't you worry about it. We got you covered. We got this.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. That's Sullivan's.
Brought the show to a stop, did Matt Bear.
Have a
Holy cow.
Jolly Christmas.
You know,
Best
sometimes
time
people
of the
ask,
year.
does he write this stuff down? Does he prepare? No, absolutely not. And every now and again, even Carl and I are very hard people to jade, right? We are not people who get jaded. Wow.
I'm just in the spirit. I'm in the holiday spirit, man. What can I say? I'm ready. You'll log. You'll tie.
Yeah, well.
Does Pat Sullivan
nothing like
sell...
single moms and Yule log in the same conversation.
I said Yule tide. I got it confused, okay? It's Yule tide.
Yeah.
You kiss. Come on, Carl.
Hold on. Carl, we're not a morning zoo. We were doing this so highbrow. It was such elite gold. And then you come in with your Beavis and Butthead. Gosh, I'm trying to uphold a standard.
Christmas time is
But
here.
every time you do that, I should just rename the show to Hammer and Nigel. Could we please?
I love that show.
Anyway.
It's really good. I've heard it.
Matt's done. 32 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:39.
Truck drivers, the holiday rush is here. Take advantage by becoming a Schneider driver. By driving for one of America's busiest carriers, you'll stay busy during the holiday season and throughout the new year. Plus, as a Schneider driver, you'll have access to top quality driver support and newer equipment spec'd with the latest safety and comfort features that drivers want. Don't wait. Get a jump on 2026 by exploring jobs in your area today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
The best AI for your business isn't artificial. It's advisor intelligence. With Horizon, you get real people to help you drive real growth. Open your business account today at horizonbank.com/businessai. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you worried about your taxes? Okay, so I'm talking to those of you out there that have not filed in a few years with the IRS or state. It's time to get worried, and here's why. The IRS is getting back from their own COVID lockdown, and they're hiring more enforcers, and they're going to come after people that owe taxes. So if you're a 1099 worker, and maybe you just plain forgot to file your taxes, you need to call the professionals right now at the Tax Helpline. They are experts at knowing the tax regulations, and their goal is to help you pay as little as possible. Call right now and get a 100% free tax evaluation. Remember, before the IRS knocks on your door, knock on our door. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, make this free call right now.
Call Texas 321 now at 800-808-9443. 800-808-9443. That's 800-808-9443.
Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. Trade your scrolling for strolling. Bring your family and make it part of your tradition. Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
See the diamonds at Pierce Jewelers. Diamond earrings, diamond pendants, diamond rings, and diamond bracelets. They shop the world to bring you the best. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Whenever I'm out a wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen, where friendly folks
Today
can gather
on the marketplace, I missed my cue. The atomic disintegrator. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. During downtime, clearing my head, getting ready for what's next on the show, I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. It's all there. I bring it to you. Matt Baer is there on the live stream at youtube.com/WIBC, along with producer Carl and the entire Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Go get it, honestly. It's that last paycheck. It's a dividend. It's a refund you didn't even know you were supposed to get. It's cash, not actual property. Cash, and it's right there waiting for you. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Text my name, Tony, to 46220 and get started today. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Matt Baer, it's a toy from the 1950s called the Atomic Disintegrator.
Oh, wow. It's a super slinky.
It's no. It's like a toy gun.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. This is cool.
And it's got the red plastic handle and everything else. I don't know if that's steel or plastic. I'm going to assume it's some kind of plastic. And it's you can't actually turn anything on it. Like it's got like a knob where you can turn it up the power of the atomic disintegrator. Because I guess in low power, you're only disintegrating a little bit. But on high power, you're disintegrating a lot of it.
Yeah, man. You want to get the whole house.
I always thought disintegration was binary. You either did disintegrate it or you did not.
It's a chemical reaction.
I'm not a scientist, so I'll take your word for it. This is a very cool piece down in Cloverdale, Indiana. A toy from the 1950s. Matt Baer, your take.
It's a lighter, right? You
it's
pull
a toy.
the trigger, and a flame comes out of it, and then you light your cigarette
Just
with
a
the
toy.
gun.
It's only a
And
toy.
you'd be like, yeah, baby.
According to the description, very good condition for a 1950s toy. All original, grips are solid, shell still shines, which is not easy to say on radio. Cap compartment. Wait, is this a cap gun?
Now we've got something.
Matt Baer, are you in for the 1950s atomic disintegrator cap gun?
Yeah, for that, I need to know a price, but right now I'm in, totally.
Oh, it is a cap gun. You put the roll of caps in there. It's only $350.
I'm out. Nope.
How much would you pay to disintegrate somebody?
Oh man, I just want to watch. I don't need to do it myself. I don't want that on my conscience.
Okay, so you don't want to do it, but you'll pay-per-view it.
I'm a man of love. I don't want to disintegrate anybody, even if I had the power and the technology. Even if nobody would find out about it. It was like one of those scenarios, you'll never get caught. No, I'm not disintegrating anybody. That's not going to happen. I think it's a cruel thing to do to somebody.
Maybe.
This could be a great Christmas gift. Like, I actually thought just for a second to get it for my 4-year-old niece. But now that I look at it, I don't think she needs a cap gun. That'd drive my sister crazy, so I'm not going to do that. Especially for $350, too much.
Yeah, you could drive your sister crazy for less than $350.
I could do that for free, baby.
It is there on the Marketplace. Check it out for yourself. The whole Marketplace segment is listed at WIBC.com, presented by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Matt Baer has traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matt?
Yeah, Tony, south side is a stall. Eastbound 465 after I-65, left lane blocked. And traffic is jammed up back to US 31, a 19-minute delay. Northbound 65 stop and go after Keystone into the south split, a 7-minute delay because of construction. Northwest side, northbound 465, slow off 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. So trade your scrolling for strolling at Sullivan Hardware and Garden at Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan. Soak in the season among holiday decor, gifts, live trees, and more at Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 32 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
When you have a fire emergency, you need a restoration company you can trust to put everything back together. Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I know. I've relied on Michaelis after a fire at my home. I'm here with the owner, Richard Michaelis. Richard, what makes Michaelis the right call if you have a fire?
Michaelis is local and family owned. We are your neighbors, 39 years of experience, and we'll respond 24/7, 365. The Michaelis Corporation is IICRC certified. We will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I've lived it. Michaelis was on the scene at my home before the firefighters had even rolled up their hoses. They asked me about calling a restoration company. I told them I had Michaelis. They told me Michaelis was the real deal. You help with insurance, too?
Yes, we'll work through the insurance process to give you peace of mind.
Water, storms, fire, and mold. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, the new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but Senator Jim Banks is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Senator Jim Banks at 202-224-4814 and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Bad breath is a confidence killer. You can have the best outfit, the sharpest resume, the funniest jokes, but if your breath smells like the food you just ate, that's all people remember. It's not your fault. Bad breath often comes from your gut, and most regular gums and mints just cover it up. That's like spraying perfume on dirty laundry. It doesn't solve the problem. That's where Zellman's Minty Mouth comes in. Zellman's is not just another mint. Zellman's tiny dual-action capsules are coated with powerful, delicious mint and filled with parsley seed oil, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders. Garlic, onions, coffee, even smoker's breath, all handled. With Zellman's, you get the confidence of fresh, clean breath that lasts for hours, because your breath should be as fresh as your food. Zellman's is only available online, so go to Zellmans.com, that's ZELMINS.com, and use code FRESH for 15% off your first order. That's ZELMINS.com with code FRESH for 15% off your first order today. Backed by a 100% love it or your money back guarantee.
Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. Trade your scrolling for strolling. Bring your family and make it part of your tradition. Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life.
It's both Black Friday and Happy Honda Days all November at Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Stop in for 0 down leases, special pricing, and more all month long.
Kick off game day at the Ultimate Colts Tailgate. Join us at the Slippery Noodle this Sunday. Doors open at 9:30 a.m. Enjoy great food, good vibes, and pregame fun with fellow fans.
So it seems now that every day we're getting another story about some member of the General Assembly being swatted, threats being made. State Senator Andy Zay confirmed a bomb threat at his business in Huntington. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. Let's make sure we're all on the same page. Swatting, this activity where someone calls law enforcement to make a claim of something terrible happening at a business or at someone's home. Police show up expecting some serious issue. There is no issue. The whole phone call was a lie. It puts the people in the home in danger, the target in danger. It puts police in danger. People need to be arrested. And I, so far, have not heard of any arrests being made in any of these swatting incidents that have happened in Indiana. This allegedly having to do with redistricting. And President Trump saying, look at these senators who will not vote for redistricting. I don't know who's made the phone call. Nobody does. But they don't care. They're not us. They don't have standards out there in social media world. They will just say, look what Trump has done without waiting for data. If indeed these are Republicans who have called and engaged swatting against Republicans, you'd have an argument. But you don't have anything because we don't have data yet. And I seem to be the only person asking, how come there are no arrests? How come we don't have any information? Now you say to me, Tony, it takes time. We could track anything, anywhere. We can't track this? Emails and phone calls we can't track? Somehow we're not getting help? Have we asked for the help of the FBI? Are we getting any? How can we not do this? According to the story from the IBJ, Governor Braun says there have been threats against him and his family. This nonsense has to stop. It is dangerous. It is violent. It is disgusting. It has to stop. I have no idea who's doing it. I want to find out who's doing it. I would tell the good people of Indiana, maybe we should wait for data before we start assessing blame. That's a deaf ears conversation because they don't care about that part. They don't actually care who's doing it. If every phone call and every email came from the same person, and that person was shown to have donated their entire life to Joe Biden and Barack Obama, the Democrats will never talk about it. It will only be what mileage did we get out of it for our purpose. Nothing has moved me. I favor redistricting, and I think it's a mistake not to. And I believe the Indiana Senate is making a mistake. And I believe people are making a mistake. I believe the arguments that have been made are so unbelievably suspect and really about personal animus more than they are about an actual conversation about not only what is legal, what is lawful, but what is happening all around us. Doesn't mean that I might not lose the argument, meaning they may not do it. I am saying that the arguments against have been irrational. The argument for, we're dealing with a nation here, not just with a state. This isn't about specifically state issues. This is about the concept of power. And right now what I'm seeing is state senators afraid of the power. And I'm also seeing that from state House members. And you should not be afraid of the power. What else do you have it for? Tell me what other bold things you're working on. Even Senator Rod Bray's argument of we can win the first district, I don't disagree with this. But that is not a conversation against redistricting. And I do not believe his position is engaged in one that is perfectly principled. Rather, I believe it is one that is personal. It's my argument. I think if we are principled, we say you won, you have power, you have the capability, and most importantly, you have other states that are engaging. And that's going to hurt your cause down the line. Why not fight now? I can lose that. I can accept that. This swatting is absolutely unacceptable and people need to be arrested. We should know what has happened before we say things, but that won't stop Democrats. And why isn't there an arrest yet? Matt Bear has traffic.
Crash northbound 65 approaching 465. It blocks the left lane and jams us to Southport Road. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. So trade your scrolling for strolling at Sullivan Hardware and Garden and Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan. Soak in the season among holiday decor, gifts, live trees, and more at Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life. Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
Don't wait until Gold Friday. Get specially priced tickets for the Pacers-Pistons game.
Players outside the arc, now center of the floor. Siakam drives, whips that left-hand pass into the lane. Caught and finished by Isaiah Jackson.
Get the best ticket prices of the season with your Indiana Pacers Gold Friday deals presented by KeyBank. This week only, get specially priced tickets for the Pistons game on Monday. Get your tickets at Pacers.com/Gold Friday. That's Pacers.com/Gold Friday.
Attention Indianapolis families. Legal Prep Academy is opening in Indianapolis in fall 2026 for grades 6 through 12. Free, public, and open to all. At Legal Prep, students don't just learn about the law. They learn to lead, to advocate, and to make a difference in whatever career they choose. Transportation will be available. Enroll now through Enroll Indy for students entering 6th to 9th grade in fall 2026. Visit legalprep.org/Indy to learn more. Discover Legal Prep Academy, where education meets opportunity.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Struggling with chronic joint pain? Don't want risky surgery or endless pills? QC Kinetics is your answer. Our non-invasive treatment stimulates your body's own biologics and has a fantastic success rate without lengthy recovery or harmful medications. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to QCkinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. Whether it's stem cell, PRP, or a number of other revolutionary therapies, QC Kinetics should be the last call you make. Call 317-559-PAIN.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. If you're living with a chronic condition like diabetes, chronic heart failure, or a cardiovascular disorder, you might count on extra support with your healthcare too. That's why United Healthcare offers chronic special needs plans with extra benefits and a large provider network to choose from. Visit uhc.com/Medicare to find out if you qualify today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Indiana can count on. Provider network may vary in local market.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at Hellsberg.com.
Are you ready to put joint pain behind you and get to a place where persistent pain doesn't control your life? The dedicated orthopedic experts at Community Health Network are here to turn those goals into a reality. With personalized treatment options that include robotic-assisted surgery, we'll help you feel your best so you can get back to enjoying your hobbies again. Learn more about your care options at ecommunity.com/ortho. Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered.
Truck drivers, wherever you want to take your driving career in 2026, Schneider has an opportunity for you. Our huge selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. Plus, Schneider drivers can choose from dedicated, intermodal, dry van, and tanker options. Don't wait to upgrade your career before the new year. Search jobs and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes, what Johnson County police are saying about a car chase, plus more local stories after Fox News from the Technology Recyclers Studios on a Monday morning. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
Don't believe it till you see it.
I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what President Trump posted on Truth Social about the reported progress on a peace plan to stop the war in Ukraine. But Democratic Senator Mark Warner tells Fox News Sunday.
This initial plan would be a total capitulation by Ukraine. I think it would go down, frankly, as a historically bad deal.
But Secretary of State Marco Rubio disagrees and said after talks in Geneva yesterday.
I think this was a very, very meaningful, I would say probably best meeting and day we've had so far in this entire process, going back to when we first came into office in January.
A joint statement says there's now a refined peace framework after yesterday's talks. Rubio says they're working from an earlier document that the U.S. put together weeks ago with input from Russia and Ukraine, and that's notable after a bipartisan group of lawmakers said this was not a U.S. proposal and warned against giving in to Russian demands.
That's Fox's Madeline Rivera at the White House. President Trump hopes to get Ukraine to agree by Thanksgiving, as a ceasefire deal he brokered for Gaza remains strained. Israeli airstrikes over the weekend killed 20 people after claiming Hamas breached the truce.
There's meant to be a ceasefire, too, between Israel and the Lebanon-based group Hezbollah. Israel, though, killed a senior member of that organization and several other people in an airstrike on a southern suburb of Beirut. Israeli officials say the militants are trying to rebuild their capabilities. Hezbollah accusing Israel of crossing a red line.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. In Nigeria, 50 of the kids kidnapped Friday from a Catholic school have escaped, but 253 other children and 12 teachers still being held captive. A reggae music legend has died, Jimmy Cliff. His cover of that song was Jimmy Cliff's best charting song in the U.S. from the Cool Runnings soundtrack. An icon in Jamaica, Jimmy Cliff is also a rock and roll Hall of Famer. He died at the age of 81. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
What the cops discovered inside of a car this morning in Indianapolis. You have a clear radar, a crisp, cool morning, 35 degrees on Monument Circle, going up to 54. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Guardian Wells Financial. Here's what's trending at 8:02.
He fled for a certain reason. We try to get those answers. The parent wasn't on the scene. It was difficult in getting a hold of that parent, and I believe that deputies made notification through the juvenile's phone through Snapchat.
That's Johnson County Sheriff Dwayne Burgess describing a police chase that ended early this morning, that began in his county and ended in Indy with a 17-year-old boy crashing into a home.
The mentality of some kids are just way different than when I started in law enforcement. I know that my parents knew where I was at all the time, and it just seems, you watch the news and see the uptick in crime or juveniles in possession of weapons. It's troubling.
And Burgess says this kid just got his driver's license 5 days ago. They also say he's being checked out medically before being booked into jail. Rain is on the way. It'll be here just in time for your morning commute tomorrow.
Right now we're currently looking at about maybe a quarter to a half an inch of rain on average, kind of like a fairly light to moderate event.
Forecaster Matt Etkoff at the National Weather Service Indianapolis says rain will end about Tuesday afternoon, giving way to dry weather for the rest of the week. If you're traveling on Thanksgiving, it'll be really cold, but it will be dry snow showers possible this weekend. A transgender Indiana high school student who admitted to plotting a Valentine's Day mass shooting will be sentenced this morning. 18-year-old Trinity Shockley pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit murder after reaching a plea deal in Morgan County. Shockley identifies as a male and goes by Jamie or Dex. She was originally charged with multiple counts of intimidation to commit terrorism. Maria Florinda Rios Perez de Velasquez, who was shot and killed in Whitestown on November 5th after going to the wrong home for a cleaning job. Her body was returned to Guatemala Sunday, where her family received her in Guatemala City. Boone County prosecutors have charged the person that shot Rios Perez, Kurt Anderson, with voluntary manslaughter. There were several shootings across Indianapolis this weekend, leaving at least 2 people dead and several hurt.
We had individuals pull the trigger on somebody else, and a life was lost. We speak about this time and time again, and these are not the scenes that we want to keep responding to.
In one of the shootings, a man named Jeff Finkel was murdered inside of his home on the Far East Side. The cops had to call a Chinese translator because the only eyewitness was his wife, who had just arrived here from China, and she didn't speak English. The Indianapolis Colts blew an 11-point fourth-quarter lead and lost to the Kansas City Chiefs on a walk-off field goal Sunday, 23-20, the final score.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the defense did a great job getting the takeaways. You know, we get a backed-up situation. We got to get ourselves out of that situation. That's a 3-and-out there, and then we had another 3-and-out, and then we had another 3-and-out. So we got to be better. I got to be better.
And that's head coach Shane Steichen. The Colts play the Houston Texans at home Sunday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Southside northbound 65 approaching 465. A crash blocking the left lane. Stop and go traffic back to Southport Road. A 6-minute delay. Northbound 65 slows before Raymond into the South Split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Grand Appliance. Black Friday prices artifact now at Grand Appliance on top brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and more. Visit grandappliance.com or your local showroom for details. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. I asked you. I'm sorry. What was that?
Don't do it. Yeah. Don't do it. Yeah. Don't do it.
Yep. Honestly, best horror film sounds I've heard.
Don't do it. Yeah.
That kind of stuff will freak you out.
Disturbing.
Her name is Tara Hastings. She is the meteorologist extraordinaire at Wish TV. What do you have for us?
Hey, looks okay here in the city with some sunshine, but patchy fog farther southward. We will look for clouds to increase later today with high temperatures around 55. Later tonight, showers develop, and it will be mild. Lows only fall to 48. On Tuesday, soggy conditions, on and off showers possible, 58 for a high. And then much colder conditions move in beginning Wednesday, highs only near 41. But we're going to look for winds to maybe gust 20 to 30 miles per hour, cutting wind chills into the 20s. And it will remain chilly for the holiday.
That's a nice way of saying it's going to be freaking cold. We're not going to get above 40 degrees.
Right.
We're going to be lucky to get above 30 degrees.
We're going with a high of 34 on Thursday. And appropriate. Wind chills in the 20s.
What are you going to tell my mother? Diane is allegedly flying up today.
Oh, good.
Right? Well, we'll see how it all goes. The point is, now you're going to tell her that on Thanksgiving it's going to be 34 degrees. What are you going to tell Diane? Go on. What are you going to tell my blessed mother of 78 years old about this kind of weather?
Well,
I leave it to you.
Miss Diane, please.
Miss Diane? She's from Brooklyn, not Mississippi. You call her Mrs. Katz.
Mrs. Katz. Mrs. Katz, please make sure that you are bringing some sweaters. Make sure you bring the heavier coat with you. It is going to be cold. And your son will likely complain all day long because of the cold.
That's how you're going to speak to my mother? You're going to speak to my mother by telling her to bring a sweater and then attacking her son?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
It's embarrassing! That's how my mother's going to respond. That's actually the sound of my mother right there.
I love it.
Let me talk. I don't think I'm going to let you meet Diane now. That's just... No. Jeepers.
Do I need to be more rough around the edges or what?
Oh, God. You're talking about her favorite son. I don't think, not the doctor. Oh, no. This guy right here.
Yes.
I tell that to myself in hopes that one day it might be true. But still... By the way, tickets on sale at WIBC.com. Trump 1 year later, a red tie gala, January 24th, downtown Indianapolis, the Hyatt Regency. Going to be incredible. Tickets are there. You can get the VIP tickets where you get the extra bourbon and so many cool pieces of swag and the premier seating and everything else. It's going to be an incredible event. And Tara Hastings will be making a guaranteed, possibly surprise, not so much a surprise presentation, and will be stopping by appearance.
Okay. Do I have to sit next to Marcus Bailey?
No. He's not even invited.
Okay, good. Oh, good. Okay.
No,
I sit
take
next
that
to him
back.
all morning long.
Yeah, Marcus was invited, but he will be parking cars.
Oh, good. Valet.
Yes.
Nice.
That is it right there.
Nice.
But my plan is to invite all of the Wish TV weather folk. I'm going to put you at a table where you can meet people and sign autographs and be observed in your natural habitat.
Perfect. As long as I don't have to sit next to Marcus.
No, we can take care of that.
Oh, good.
We can take
Thank
care of
you,
that.
then. Okay.
Done.
Yep.
Wow. My mother's taking shrapnel. Marcus is taking shrapnel. Jeepers. Rough day. Rough day. That's Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. Thank you, Tara. Go back to doing good work, if you would. 33 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:11. So Marjorie Taylor Greene resigns. I do think it was a shock to a lot of people that the Congresswoman from Georgia, Republican, staunch supporter of President Trump, has said, no, I'm done here. And her argument in a 9+ minute diatribe, she wasn't yelling by any stretch, was we have one disagreement and all of a sudden I'm pushed out? What am I supposed to do? Act like a battered spouse? That's not going to happen. Beg to come back? Nah, I'm done. I've got too much going on. I've got too much family to care about. I won't be a part of that. There's a little bit of it that is understandable. But the larger scale issue here, I think, for Marjorie Taylor Greene is if you're going to spend your career saying Trump is the greatest thing that ever lived and not understand what Trump is all about, you're going to end up like this. That's the reality. You didn't know that you might disagree with the president and can go bad for you? If you allow that to be your identity, the answer is yes. So I have a hard time feeling for her. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a part of the argument that doesn't have validity, but there's a way to handle that. But as for the whys and as for the what's next and as for what this means, well, we'll break that down on Tony Katz today at noon. You should tune in. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
The holiday season should be full of joy, not burnout. At Holistic Integration, we take a proactive approach to help your body stay strong, balanced, and resilient through stress, sugar, and seasonal change. Join us for our Holistic Integration Seminar, Healthy Holidays and Longevity. Optimize your body for a healthier season and beyond. Wednesday, December 3rd at 6:30 p.m. at Cohatch in Carmel. You'll hear from Dr. Robert Prather, host of the Voice of Health Radio. Those who attend will receive 20% off our Prather Profile blood work.
Really covers anything from A to Z that could be off. If you're really looking to find out what is my optimal health, where am I really, you can get more information from that from any other diagnostic test.
The Holistic Integration Seminar, Healthy Holidays and Longevity, Wednesday, December 3rd at 6:30 p.m. at Cohatch in Carmel. Learn how to thrive this holiday season and reserve your tickets on our website at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
Picture this. Your career ends, your paycheck stops. Suddenly you're conducting your retirement with no sheet music. Don't let that happen. I'm Jason Hutchins, and after years of guiding Hoosier families through retirement planning, I put together some of the most important lessons into one simple, easy-to-read book, Orchestrate Your Retirement, a guide to composing a financially tuned plan. Get a copy mailed to you at no cost. Call 317-6600929. That's 317-6600929. This book is packed with real-world stories and strategies on income, Social Security, taxes, and how to protect what you've worked so hard to build. Call Guardian Wells Financial at 317-6600929. That's 6600929 and ask for your copy. No pressure, no strings attached. Supplies are limited, so when they're gone, they're gone. Orchestrate your retirement. The rhythm of your future starts here.
Investment advisory services offered through Creative One Wealth LLC, a registered investment advisor. Guardian Wells Financial is not affiliated with Creative One Wealth or with any government agency. Licensed insurance professionals.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Bear, what are you doing?
Southside Tony, northbound 65 before 465. A crash blocking the left lane and stop-and-go traffic. Back to Southport Road, it's a delay of 5 minutes. After that, we slow down again on the northbound side of 65 Raymond Street up to the south split. That is construction. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. It's both Black Friday and Happy Honda Days all November at Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Stop in for zero down leases, special pricing, and more all month long. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves 33 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
Hi, this is Malia with Family Heating and Air, and as a mom myself, I know it's really important to keep the kiddos healthy. Air quality, humidity, those are super big issues on my concern list. If you share any of these concerns, give family a call, 317-577-8077.
Family Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but Senator Jim Banks is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Senator Jim Banks at 202-224-4814 and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577.
Service today?
Today.
This hour powered by Pierce Jewelers, Carmel's full-service jewelry store.
A culture of chaos. That's the headline over at InsideIndianaBusiness.com, referring to what happened in the government shutdown and the legislation that reopened the government that also told the hemp industry, hey, your careers are over. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Gary Dick joins us from InsideIndianaBusiness.com on the Twitter X at IIB. And it's not that you have any more information than the story that you have posted over there from your sister publication, the IBJ, the Indianapolis Business Journal. And it's not that, you know, the whole CBD world and these things get a lot of attention more than they get derision. But there is some impact here about what happens federally and happens locally. And you guys have the story about how hemp generated $1 billion in economic impact across Indiana in 2023, and this move by the feds that was tied up in the legislation to reopen the government kind of bans hemp-derived products starting a year from now. Are you hearing from, I mean, to the extent that you're hearing from business owners, are you, or are you hearing from anybody about the effects this might have not only to these businesses, but to those in commercial real estate where these businesses are now going to go out and you're going to have empty space?
No, I think it's an interesting story, as much as anything, Tony, generating a little bit of buzz, in particular in that hemp industry, which, as you mentioned, generated in 2023 over $1 billion in economic impact across the state. So it is not insignificant, the impact on Indiana. So I think this is going to be a developing story. The new this new federal language basically closes a loophole that allowed hemp products which produce marijuana-like highs that are legally and scientifically different from marijuana, allowed hemp to really proliferate. So the confusion around it stems from the 2018 Farm Bill. A lot of confusion, a lot of gray area out there, which those who advocate for hemp or those who are in that industry are certainly no strangers to living in uncertainty and those types of things. So we'll see where it plays out. But something with, as you said, a surprisingly big impact on the state of Indiana to the tune of $1 billion.
For a state, for a state that doesn't have legalized marijuana, and of course that question continues. Right. But this is all part of the law that really allowed the proliferation was the 2018 Farm Bill. It gives us distinguishment. It distinguishes, much better, Gary Dick, between marijuana and hemp. And to the conversation about the Farm Bill, we've seen now the president say, hey, no more tariffs on Argentinian beef, trying to lower costs. No tariffs on beef, no tariffs on coffee. Tariffs are taxes that's added to prices. He's trying to bring those prices down because he understands that this is clearly, this affordability conversation, while I think is a little overblown, is, in terms of the naming, is a big story. Groceries cost too much. Stop telling me about the deal on TVs at Walmart or Best Buy. Give me a deal on milk, and I'm much more happy than I am with the other stuff. Is there a response from Indiana about this reduction of tariffs that, hey, this has an effect negatively on Indiana farmers and ranchers?
There certainly is increasingly there's a response. We were in Fort Wayne last weekend, or last week, I should say, for an event we had there, and it was interesting, a discussion we had with some CEOs around Northeast Indiana in terms of tariffs. And depending on the company, one manufacturer talked about a significant impact that it is having on his business. Another said tariffs actually were a boost to his business. So it's kind of certainly a mixed bag. But you mentioned prices and grocery prices and, how that is all playing out. And individual prices, whether it's gas prices or the price of eggs or milk, and that whole debate. But I think increasingly you're beginning to hear that drumbeat, that buzz, that prices are high. You go to the grocery store and that overall tab, whether eggs are up or down or milk is up and down, you're looking at overall prices being up there, and it's becoming increasingly an issue, certainly here in Indiana and around the country.
Talking to Gary Dick from InsideIndianaBusiness.com on the Twitter X at IIB. As we are about to enter Black Friday, we're entering the season. Black Friday is known as that because it's the day that traditionally retailers go from being in the red to being in the black and making money. One wonders what's going to be spent. You have some of the data on the expectations. What are the so-called experts telling us?
Yeah, I think, it's a little bit of a mixed bag, Tony, heading into this holiday season, which, as you mentioned, most important season, if you will, for retailers, can make or break some businesses, especially small businesses around the state of Indiana. Nationally, we're seeing the expectation of a 2 to 4% increase in terms of sales and revenues from holiday shopping this year, which is not terrible, certainly not bad. Here in Indiana, the buzz around from economists is it'll be similar here. But what the economists I've talked to talk about this kind of tale of two consumers, those who are from the bargain hunters, those who are maybe pinching pennies on the lower end of the economic spectrum. They may be pulling back in a fairly significant way. On the other hand, those who are more well off, those higher earners, will be spending freely. So I think it's going to be an interesting one to watch as this unfolds, this holiday shopping season. We're already seeing, it's not Black Friday, we're already seeing the deals out there that some retailers are beginning to offer. The other thing, Tony, I'll mention too quickly because we've talked about it before, is the impact on rural retailers, those small towns around the state of Indiana. How are they competing, especially in this age of e-commerce, the internet, Amazon, all those types of things? So a lot of retailers in small town Indiana are facing some challenges as well.
Gary Dick, that is his name. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Turkey, traditional, deep fried, or smoked?
It's going to be traditional. The first time in a couple of years we've not had the deep fried, which I absolutely love. You can inject that with some seasoning. It's outstanding. It's going to be traditional this year.
So when is it very National Lampoon Christmas Vacation, and you stand there and you speak to the family, and then you carve the turkey, and everyone says, "Oh, Father, this is wonderful." Is that the Gary Dick Christmas? I mean,
no,
Thanksgiving?
No, Tony, is not. No They keep the knives away from me. So yeah, it's good food, good drink, lots of good drink, and hopefully some good football too.
They keep the knives away from you. Is that because of the incident?
Yeah, that's just between you and me, Tony.
Right. Guy does one prison stint. Next thing you know, he can't have knives. Gosh.
Exactly.
I thought we were forgiving people. I guess not. Gary Dick, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Appreciate it, man. Matt Bear has got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
Crash clears outside. Northbound 65 before 465. Still stop and go back to Southport Road. Then northbound 65 slows Raymond into the south, but it's construction. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. So trade your scrolling for strolling at Sullivan Hardware and Garden in Allisonville. Home and Garden by Sullivan. Soaking the season among holiday decor, gifts, live trees, and more. Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's Hammer and Nigel. We are out all this week. We are going to eat so much, we start looking like Chris Christie. Enjoy our amazing lineup of fill-in hosts that start at 3 o'clock today.
Looking for the hottest trends in jewelry this year? Come to Pierce Jewelers and see their Love to Love collection in lab-grown diamond jewelry. Shop local, shop smart, shop Pierce Jewelers.
Has your house become a burden? Why not sell it to us? Simple Quarters is a local Christian company that loves to assist people in difficult situations. Simple Quarters has helped over 3,000 families sell their homes in Indiana.
Wanda's been in real estate. I've been in construction, so she would find properties that we could fix up and resell or rent.
Probably we've flipped about 40 houses. I don't want to do it anymore. Health is not good. We're in our early 80s. Sometimes you have to give it up.
James, he did a good job. James was very cordial and, like I say, responded to our phone calls and kept in contact with us. So he did a good job.
When I got the purchase agreement, and he did have things in there that was pertinent to me. It's important.
Yeah, James followed through on what he said. Did what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
Other companies make broken promises, but at Simple Quarters, we keep our word. Sell your home to people you can trust. Call Simple Quarters at 317-900-HOME. 317-900-HOME.
Looking for a cozy spot to relax, work, or grab your coffee to go? LC Coffee House in Noblesville, Indiana has you covered. Try our indulgent affogato, a sweet blend of espresso and ice cream, or sample our coffee flights to discover your perfect brew. In a rush, our drive-thru is ready to serve you fast and fresh. Need a space to collaborate? We offer meeting rooms perfect for co-working. Whether you're grabbing a quick drink or spending the day with us, LC Coffee House is the place to be.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. Trade your scrolling for strolling. Bring your family and make it part of your tradition. Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life.
Do you remember what was happening in America? Families struggling,
billions in wasteful spending. But Senator Todd Young fought back. He voted for working family tax cuts, and Senator Young voted to crack down on waste, fraud, and abuse, saving taxpayers billions. So call Senator Todd Young at 202-224-5623 and thank him for supporting the Working Families Tax Cut, paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. That's 800-948-1659.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What obstacles could keep you from making it from one city to the next? You have a clear, crisp morning. 35 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 54. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31.
A lot of people could see some kind of weather this week. We've got about 2/3 of the country expected to see something, whether it be snow or rain. We're really at the starting point of a storm system that's expected to hit Texas today with 1 to 3 inches of rain. Then from here, that storm is set to move into the southeast and then push up into New England.
That's Fox weather forecaster Katie Byrne. If you're staying in Indiana, the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says
Wednesday and Thursday, it's like it's going to be nice and dry. There's not any precipitation anywhere near us, really.
Forecaster Matt Eckhoff says we could see some flurries this weekend, but nothing will stick. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick says the U.S. is pushing for more cross-Atlantic investment in tech companies. He and Trade Representative Jamieson Greer are in Brussels today, meeting with European Union leaders for talks on trades and tariffs.
They think that you can regulate success, which you cannot. The idea is to create the environment where companies thrive and build and grow.
Speaking with Fox Business Network,
they're interested in expanding in steel, and we want the help in digital. We want the help in diesel. We want help back and forth. So I think this trade deal, which was a fantastic trade deal, can grow and change and breathe. And that's why we're here.
Under the current deal, the U.S. puts at least a 15% tariff on most European goods, while the EU dropped many of its taxes on American products. President Trump could unveil a new health care plan as soon as today. Their proposal is aimed at keeping premiums from spiking when Affordable Care Act subsidies expire at the end of the year. A Senate Democrat is asking President Trump for more details about a plan for TikTok.
The president signed an executive order 2 months ago approving TikTok's sale to a group of U.S. and international investors, giving 120 days to complete the transaction. Massachusetts Senate Democrat Ed Markey in a letter says it's unclear whether the announced agreement satisfies security concerns and a law passed last year banning the video sharing app unless its Chinese owner, ByteDance, sells. The order says the investment group would license, operate, and retrain TikTok's algorithm but not own it. Senator Markey wants to know, for example, if that retraining would have to be renewed if ByteDance makes changes. He also accuses the president of violating the law with repeated extensions of a deadline to sell, this time to January 20th.
That's Fox's Chris Foster reporting. And someone is sitting on a jackpot worth more than $300,000.
That's because the Hoosier Lottery said Friday that during Thursday night's Cash 5 drawing, a very lucky Hoosier bought a $341,000 winning ticket at the Lapel Food Mart. That ticket matched all 5 numbers, which were 7, 22, 32, 39, and 41. You can check your numbers on the Hoosier Lottery app, and the winner needs to contact customer service to claim their prize. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
At 8:34, sports on WIBC. And we are brought to you by Ball State Athletics. The Indianapolis Colts gave up an 11-point fourth-quarter lead in Kansas City Sunday and lost on a walk-off field goal by Harrison Butker. Final score 23-20.
Credit to Kansas City's defense. They did a good job, but, we got to be better. I got to be better for the guys.
Head coach Shane Steichen was asked why the team stopped giving the ball to running back Jonathan Taylor late in the game.
I'll go back and look at it, but, I think the backed up one, we ran it and lost 2 yards, got us in a second pass situation. First, and the next one we threw it, and we dumped it down to Taylor on a screen, got us to a 3rd and 3, didn't convert there. And so, we got to be better. I got to be better.
And Taylor carried the ball 16 times for 58 yards in his first game back since rushing for a Colts record 244 yards against the Atlanta Falcons. The Colts host the Houston Texans on Sunday. The Indiana Pacers back home tonight to play the Detroit Pistons. Indy 2-14. They've lost 9 of its last 10 games. And Butler beat Virginia in college basketball 80-73 Sunday thanks to 25 points from Finley Bizjack. The Bulldogs are 5-1. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Southside northbound 65 stop and go traffic after South Keystone Avenue up to the south split because of construction. Delayed 3 minutes. Southside crash cleared. Northbound 65 approaching 465. Still slow. Back to Southport Road. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. So trade your scrolling for strolling at Sullivan Hardware and Garden and Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan. Soak in the seasonal among holiday decor, gifts, live trees, and more at Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 33 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:36. It's time to fill up on the news, presented by Simple Quarters. Need to sell your home without the hassle? Sell your home to people you can trust. Call Simple Quarters, 317-900-HOME, 317-900-HOME. We have got the Dow futures up right now, 155. NASDAQ futures up 250. Me, I'm Tony Katz. This is 93 WIBC. I'm the guy saying good morning. How you doing? You doing all right? You doing good, boo? Excellent, excellent, excellent. We have oil prices right now, $58.13 on the West Texas crude coming out of the grounds, Oklahoma area. And this is now getting into a full week of these under $60 per barrel prices. Brent crude at $62.64 a barrel. The 10-year Treasury remains above 4%, 4.057. It's gold that has clicked back up. $4,083 an ounce is the bid price. Silver at $50.24 an ounce. It had gotten high into the 53s, I think 54s, then had brought itself back down sub 50. But still, this is a traditionally an outrageously high number. I do not know if silver's ever been this high. And I don't know where it's going. Certainly, I look at this and I take a look at this concern about inflation. If I'm being asked where I think the market's going, I think the next 6 months are rough. I think the very second you see foreign investment start moving, shovels in ground or dollars being spread, I think it turns around that quick. I think that this is the fundamental issue, and I've had these conversations with Dr. Matt Will. I brought them up myself. To announce that there's a deal is different than to see the results of the deal. You can't tell me about how markets are being opened up to buying American X, Y, or Z. It only matters if other nations buy the X, Y, or Z. You can't tell me about the trillions of dollars they're saying they're going to invest in the United States. What matters is the money actually makes the ground. It has to make it to the ground, and then it'll matter. I do think it's going to be rough, and I'm watching like you are where this holiday season is, and I'd love to know from you. Tony at TonyKatz.com, Twitter X at TonyKatz. Are you buying? Now, Black Friday is not what it used to be. When I first started on IBC, I used to do the show on Friday. I used to do a Black Friday show, and I remember when I said I'm going to do this show, and we're going to send correspondents into the field to talk about what they're seeing at big box stores. I remember IBC, my program director, looked at me like I was not like, who would do this? What is the point of this? It became a thing. We did it for a few years. And as we were doing this year after year, Black Friday became less and less of a thing because more buying was done online. Less was happening in the stores. I think that's just the way the patterns went with people. The question this year is, what are we buying? Are we really buying one more big screen TV? I'm not saying you can't. I'm not upset with you for doing that. I'm curious, is that what's happening? Or is it going to be more holding the powder dry? Are we going to be doing more small business things? By the way, Small Business Saturday. I will be at PA Jewelers in Brownsburg on Small Business Saturday in the afternoon. I hope to see you there. I'm hoping to swing by Andy Moore Ford, great sponsor of ours, and go by there and their deals. Be all about the small business. I'm not telling you not to buy the TV. You want to buy Matt Bear a big screen TV, you go right ahead. You go. I'm not here to tell you no. You want to buy him a laptop or one of those like Theragun massager things? Sure. Absolutely. I have purchased that man an electric toilet bowl cleaner before. And it's a beauty from what I hear. And I haven't decided what I'm getting him for Christmas this year, but it's going to be something good. Where you can, shop small business. Shop the locals. Shop them in Brownsburg, at PA Jewelers, in Plainfield, at Andy Moore. To me, that's a local. Shop them on Mass Ave. Shop them. What's going on in Irvington? What are the cool things happening? Be a part. If they're a sponsor of this program, if they're a sponsor of this station, that's local. Go check them out. Go see what they're doing and see if you're going to be spending, if you can dedicate your dollars there. They're the people who take care of us, allow us to be here for you. Let's make sure we take care of them to the very, very, very best of our ability. Shop local. And you don't have to wait for Saturday, but I will be at PA Jewelers. My plan is to swing by there, and I will be at Andy Moore Ford. They don't even know I'm coming. I'm just showing up. So if I'm there, I look forward to saying hello. Shop local where you can. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
A police chase ended with a 17-year-old boy crashing into a home.
93 WIBC.
Israel's gone on the attack in Lebanon after weekend airstrikes in Gaza that left 20 people dead there.
What happens next?
Indiana high school student who admitted to plotting a Valentine's Day mass shooting will be sentenced today.
Happens here.
The students were among more than 300 abducted from the Catholic school.
There were several shootings across the capital city this weekend, leaving at least 2 people dead.
On air, online, and on Alexa.
Man, it's cold out there, and if you spent all last winter thinking that it was time to replace your windows, but you didn't want to spend the money or have your windows done in the middle of the winter, it's a good thing you waited, because now, during Window Nation's end-of-year sale this November, you can save big on windows. 50% off all window styles and 0% financing for 5 years.
Window Nation's proven quality windows are so good, you'll actually save money on lower utility bills every month, and they're backed with a lifetime warranty. Window Nation has an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. That's a real peace of mind when choosing the right company to upgrade your home. Prefer to hear what others have to say about Window Nation? Check out their over 45,000 5-star customer reviews. Put an end to your window problems. Window Nation's end-of-the-year sale. It's your chance to save big with 50% off all window styles, plus 0% financing for 5 years. 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but Senator Jim Banks is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Senator Jim Banks at 202-224-4814 and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Struggling with chronic joint pain? Don't want risky surgery or endless pills? QC Kinetics is your answer. Our non-invasive treatment stimulates your body's own biologics and has a fantastic success rate without lengthy recovery or harmful medications. Ready to live your life pain-free? Go to qckinetics.com/Indianapolis or call 317-559-PAIN and get a no-obligation consultation. Whether it's stem cell, PRP, or a number of other revolutionary therapies, QC Kinetics should be the last call you make. Call 317-559-PAIN.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's going on?
Looking at the south side, Tony, northbound 65 stop and go traffic before Raymond Street into the south split for a 4-minute delay. On the north side, eastbound 465 slow after Michigan Road over to Meridian. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. So trade your scrolling for strolling at Sullivan Hardware and Garden in Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan. Soak in the season among holiday decor, gifts, live trees, and more. Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves, 33 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:45.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Head to the contest page at WIBC.com and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see the Nutcracker December 4th through 8th at Clues Memorial Hall.
It's Redemption Monday.
Time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here is how we play. Tony Katz. That's me, by the way. 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Producer Carl has picked the television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. Now, this is Redemption Monday, which means this is one I already got wrong. I've gotten this wrong before, and now is my chance to get it right. My problem is I have no idea what this theme song is. So I have a couple options. I can check in with the chat room, who's watching the live stream, which is now taken to giving me Matt Bear wrong answers. Jeff in the chat room says, that's McHale's Navy, Tony. Oh, good Lord. Or I can phone a friend to Matt Bear. Now, Matt Bear is of no help whatsoever, but I will do it. Let me phone a friend. Matt Bear, what is that television theme song?
That's Bridezilla's, Tony.
Bridezilla's, well done. Well done, bravissimo to you and yours with the Bridezillas. That's really good. That's world class. I am duly impressed by you and what you've done here. Thank you very much. I do not know what that theme song is. I don't know. I don't know if Drew's right or Drew's wrong. I got it wrong last time. I still don't have it in my head. Is that the theme song to Manimal? I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Alias with Jennifer Garner running around in heels.
I still forget. I still forget. Yeah. You know, I feel bad. I feel bad, but I'm moving on from it. This was Redemption Monday. It was my chance to get it right. Nope, not this time. On Tony Katz today, we will get into why Marjorie Taylor Greene resigned. And the mythology of so many of these people on the political right and their misunderstanding their connection to Donald Trump. You got to know what it is you're dealing with at all times. Also to this idea of the fractured Republicans and how one moves forward and how you go about winning a midterm. A lot of naysayers, a lot of negativity. You ever notice that that's what some people want? Can we calm down a bit? What's really fractured? Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens? That's a good fracture. Well, we can't win without their voters. What makes you think we're not going to get those voters? What are the parts that we agree on? I have to deal with reality. Now, do I want some level of moronic fool in my coalition? No. Do I want people who want a strong border in my coalition? Yes. I have no questions about whether or not I would let somebody into my house or whether or not I'll take their vote. Marjorie Taylor Greene was not somebody who I was ever going to let in my house. I don't agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene on a bunch of things. The space lasers run by the Jews, let me tell you something. If I had space lasers, don't you think I would have utilized them by now? I have no access to space lasers, no access to the banks, and no access to the weather. I can't stop producer Carl from playing stupid sound effects when he shouldn't. What makes you think I control the banking system? Do you know what kind of Candace Owens schmuck you have to be to believe that? You got to be a real big Candace Owens schmuck. Did she say that she has conclusive evidence that the French are trying to assassinate her? Did she say that? That was it, right? Producer Carl, you know all the conspiracy things.
I haven't heard that one yet. No.
Okay, that is what she said, and Candace Owens is the first person to which the French will not surrender. Good Lord, she's a fool, she's ignorant, and yes, I listened to what she had to say about Charlie Kirk's assassination, and it certainly sounded to me like she was saying that Erica Kirk and his friends had him killed. That is absolutely it. Tucker Carlson's going to be strong on this and strong on Ted Cruz, but weak on Nick Fuentes. We see you, Tucker. It's garbage. And Megyn Kelly getting into a fight with Mark Levin, great. Whatever gets you a click. By the way, Megyn Kelly playing tough girl is not impressive at all. At all. In the NBC days, she was having panels talking about why we need to embrace trans children. Hey, we all learn. We all get smarter. We all get better. But she's just wrong about her presentations here. We agree on a strong border. We agree on the value of protecting kids from these abusers who scream things like gender-affirming care. We agree on a whole bunch of things. Let's just go win. Democrats are electing communists. Could we? We agree on the Islamist threat. Could we just go win, please? It's not so difficult. And I will get into that on Tony Katz today at noon. And as we said, tickets are on sale. Trump 1 year later, a red tie gala, January 24th, 2026. It is going to be outstanding. It's going to be so good. The food, the food, although I may increase it, you never know with me. It is an evening of a series of past hors d'oeuvres. So we're not doing a sit-down thing, but you will be so full in the belly. It is the Hyatt Regency, downtown Indianapolis. I worked with them. And the menu is spectacular. I have got bourbons that you will be able to try. That you're going to be like, I am glad I saw this with my own eyes. It's going to be amazing. Live music. And you say to me, I'm sorry, what? Oh, yeah. Before the event begins, live music. Live music, that third floor ballroom. It's all ours. And then we're going to review the whole year, the highs, the lows, the funny, the serious. We're going to get, and what it means, how it's going to take us into the midterms. Past is prologue. And we are going to break it all down. And, of course, I think it's the first ever red tie event in the history of America. And everyone's going to be in the red tie, the red carpet. We're going to be taking the photos. You'll get yours. Incredible. Sponsorships are available. It's going to be so good. And the tickets are there. Just go to WIBC.com. And there it is. Get tickets. Tony Katz, Trump 1 year later. And then it'll take you to the Eventbrite page, and you'll be able to buy your tickets so easily. Check it out. Go to WIBC.com. See you there. Catch it noon. Matt Barris, traffic.
Hancock County eastbound 70 closed between Greenfield and Knightstown. Traffic sponsored by Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Shopping online might be easy, but it doesn't feel like Christmas. So trade your scrolling for strolling at Sullivan Hardware and Garden in Aliceville. Home and Garden by Sullivan. Soak into season among holiday decor, gifts, live trees, and more. Sullivan's, where Christmas comes to life. Matt Barrett, WIBC Traffic.
Picture this. You're on a date. The conversation's flowing, the food is amazing, and then bad breath happens. And suddenly you're leaning back instead of leaning in. Your confidence gone. Or maybe it's a big meeting. You've got the pitch nailed. The deal is perfect. Coffee breath is doing all the talking, not the impression you want to leave behind. Gum and mints, most are just bad breath Band-Aids and fade fast, which is why you need to try Zellman's Minty Mouth, the functional breath freshener you swallow. Zellman's tiny dual-action capsules are coated with a powerful, delicious mint, filled with parsley seed oil, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders like garlic, onions, and it even takes down coffee breath for fresh, confident breath anytime you need to get close. Zellman's is only available online. Go to Zellmans.com, Z-E-L-M-I-N-S, Zellmans.com. Use the code FRESH for 15% off your first order. Zellmans.com, code FRESH for 15% off.
It's time. You've been putting off that kitchen or bath remodel long enough. What are you waiting for? Get started today with Boer Remodeling. Boer Remodeling customer Kathy had a bath remodel with Boer. Kathy, talk a little bit about your experience.
Our experience with Boer has been terrific. The process was so easy and seamless. When we decided to do a larger remodel of our first floor, Boer was the first company we thought of hiring.
And were you happy with the results?
The results are amazing, and we are so happy with our home and the work that Boer did.
Peter is another recent Boer Remodeling customer with a new kitchen. Peter, what was the best part about working with Boer?
We especially liked the active participation that we were able to have in selection of stone for the countertops. Really came out beautiful. The cabinets also came out very, very well.
The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in Central Indiana. They'll guide you through the entire process. Start with a free consultation. Talk to Boer Remodeling today. That's B-O-O-H-E-R, BoerRemodeling.com. Christmas is almost here, and if you're shopping on a budget, you shop at PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse in Brownsburg. Truly unique pieces you won't find anywhere else, and sale prices every single day.